Fighter now, or did they just recently come out?
Hello,
or are they like
everybody.
talking about it?
I'm gonna
Motherfucker.
let the tonight's players finish their conversation real quick. Go on.
We were talking about the champion updates, or Phoebe mentioned about something about champion updates, which affects Buria, your favorite champion. I almost said paladin because my brain is still in that
Jesus, two
fucking
subs right at the start.
zone.
Thank you guys. Who do you? Jesus, hi Fax.
Damn,
Thanks
homie.
for subbing for
Nice
5 months, and Valentin, congratulations on 34 months of being subbed to my channel.
Holy
Damn. That's dedication.
Damn!
I've known him for so long.
None of them
It'll be
those are
switching
my
up
own money.
positions
It's
for you.
Pixel Prime. So I guess
nice.
it's
Prime's,
Amazon.
Dude,
Whatever.
Prime's worth more.
It's Bezos bucks.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
saying it's the free one for getting. Yeah, you know what?
Yeah, but you
Whatever.
only have one free one, and you choose to give it to River.
Also, not only that,
Wow.
but like you actively have to choose to do the free one every month, meaning that it's not like
Yes.
an auto one and you just forget about
Oh,
it.
so Valentin's been on top of it this whole time. That's so sweet.
That's
Make out!
No,
times.
I have missed it a couple of months actually, but the months I've missed it has been because someone has been gifted me a sub before I can use my Twitch Prime.
Yeah.
And then it just goes out of whack.
I think my crop is complete.
Yeah.
That puts us on the hype
my-
train. By the way, nearly
Okay.
guys, we're like one away from it. Undyne is making a crop top. She's getting her titties out on
I'm
stream
gonna put my
tonight.
rip ass shirt on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
And I'm
need
gonna rip ass.
one more sub.
Yeah,
and,
you are.
yeah, we get it. Yeah, just forget about it. You got an email. Oh. I'm glad that you just forgot that you were subbed to me and got an email that you were continued to be subbed to me. Facts. But no, thank you for your support.
I realized that it would become a hype train. I said no.
We got a you bitch. We got a lot coming up for announcements. First off, my birthday is in 5 days. Hooray! I'm gonna be 32. Phoebe,
First,
say a
is it-
fucking word. I dare you.
Is it?
I can't
Is it-
believe I'm older than you and I have no gray hair.
I too am old. I too am
Listen, we
older
love
than
her so
him, and I also have no grey hair.
It's sexy. I got told by someone who I very much admire that I have very soulful eyes recently, and I was like, oh wow, I'm gonna ride off of that high for the next year.
Nice.
Soulful eyes.
It sounds like a threat.
Aw, thank
I
you,
really can't
Fax.
say shit because I love gray hair.
Yeah. Honestly, no, it's sexy. I've had it for a while now, too. Like, how long have I had this streak in my hair, Valentin?
4 years at least.
Yeah, around that. And it hasn't gotten any grayer. It was just that part of my hair that immediately went gray, and then I guess my body was like, all right, that is an appropriate amount of sexy. But my hair's been gray. My hair's been that color.
Yeah.
My hair's been that color since I was like 25 or 26. It went gray real early.
I mean, hey, it's better than my boss in real life who went bald at the age of 12.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he had a full beard and was
12
bald by
is-
the age of 12.
That is
I can only
awful.
imagine the amount of stress he is under.
So yeah, birthday in a few days. I'm gonna be updating my throne tomorrow, so this way you guys can check it out. We are doing a birthday subathon donathon. I have not gotten a graphic for it yet because I've been too busy to get or commission anything. So like, it is currently active. I believe we're at 6 so far with those 2 that just came out. We got another minute and 30 on the potential hype train. And tomorrow morning, big news, Valtria, Solvay, and Hemlock are all getting merch drops, and it looks fucking amazing, doesn't it, Valtria?
Yeah, it looks so I'm so hyped. I'm so hyped. I'm
Looks
so
so fuck.
It
It's
looks
so fucking good,
fuck-
okay?
Listen,
Oh my god, don't fuck. Oh, no, I'm.
Valtria is willing to guarantee that if you wear her hoodie to the bar, you will get laid.
Yes, I guarantee that
I'm a big
somebody
fan of
will
the-
lay you either
Yes.
out or
Or
in
on the bed.
One of the two.
Yes. I really liked the joggers or the sweatpants, the sword on them. It
Yes.
looks really fucking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be really good gym wear. I actually DM'd Samus. I was like, could we get the sword along the ass too? But
What? Your tax evasion?
my idea was shot down.
I have a question, River.
Yeah, what's up?
It's because we moved on from the subject real quick. Is the reason why you have grey hair because you have several birthdays a year?
Anyways, so there's a lot of really cool stuff coming up for Hero Factory. As always, guys, we work really hard. On the 17th, myself, Podge, and Undyne are going to have merch coming out. Undyne, like the artwork that we've gotten for Undyne, she's serving cunt.
I look hot. I'm giving them cunt.
It's some pretty
Wipe
serious
down, the ladies
content.
Content, yes.
Yeah, Podge
I'm
also...
serving full gooch.
I also, when I saw what Podge is getting, I immediately, like, burst out laughing so hard I nearly pissed myself and DM'd Podge. They've got you in a baby harness.
They do. That was the idea.
It's so cute.
I shit myself. It was so fucking funny.
You literally have me on the hardest so I don't escape.
Yeah.
So that's gonna
You gotta
drop,
keep your goblin child on a leash.
Yeah.
That's gonna drop at 11 a.m. MDT. We are planning a contest too. That Uwu Market is going to be funding. We're still planning that out, but the general concept right now is stick your Solvay. So with the Solvay stickers, whoever puts it in the weirdest spot that's not sexual or problematic is going to win a few items out of the next batch of either myself, Podge, or Undyne. So,
and then you can hang baby harness Podge from something weird or sexual.
Because it's gonna be an air freshener, right?
Make it titty tassels.
Yeah, it could be an air freshener, so you could like hang it on your balls.
Yeah, exactly, on your balls.
Yeah, the
I'll allow
Podge,
it.
the Podge
I
air
need some from my balls.
Hey, or if like you're you know it's big enough, you could hang it off your clit. Anyways.
Oh my god! Listen, if someone can
my
do
clit
that,
is so big.
listen. These are the only photos I will accept.
Oh god.
They have to have the Podge
Please-
air freshener on
Please
them.
don't advertise that you're willing to accept dick pics as long as your air freshener's on it. All right. Hello, everybody.
I'm taking notes. I'm taking notes.
Damn,
homie. Nice call.
There we go, Valtria. Thanks for waiting just long enough that we didn't get that hype train.
Oh my god, what
I'm
a
giving
dick.
myself the hero point so that because I need it.
I was also gonna give Valtria the hero point because she needs it.
Yes, I do. Thank you. I appreciate that. I added to my collection.
It's not even a
Don't
joke.
worry,
It's just a
it
fact.
will get spent.
Like we've tested. I don't know. Correlation isn't equal causation, but goddamn, does correlation have hands when it comes to Val's luck?
I promise
so
that
tragic.
not all of them will go to re-rolling the exact same number that I rolled
Damn.
the first time.
That's one nice call.
I don't know,
Only a
maybe.
portion.
Thanks for the follow, Bladed Wind. But yeah, there's a lot of really cool stuff. The merch drops tomorrow morning. If you're not in the Discord, be in the Discord. That is where we're going to be doing an announcement with the link of where you can buy it. It's being all done by Uwu Market. They made us a really fancy graphic. We're going to be front and center on their website for a little bit. And it's real exciting. So, join
You
in
know, as
the-
opposed to fake exciting.
No, real as in
Silence.
lots of you. I'm gonna tell them
Anyway.
to do less merch for you now. Alright. That said, you know what, Undyne? Thanks for volunteering to do the recap.
Yeah, so the last time that we played, it was actually at the tail end of the fight. The army had just arrived, and we came back following their successful triumph over the automatons. All of the little beans from the Fey Realm scattered after the dwarf was defeated, which we had to do because that was the last. He was like the last man standing, and they couldn't get through any magics. We had a return from our tree friend, who didn't have to take a hit for just Val this time. So it seemed like kind of a redemption arc for them, or redemption arboretum kind of vibe.
I think him and I are getting closer. I think we're
Yes,
we're
I think
developing a
you're
bond.
bonding. It's trauma bonding at this point, though. Let's be real.
Yeah, I mean,
roles
him and
were-
I are standing next to each other so often. Soon I'm gonna know his whole life, his whole history.
Yes, exactly.
They're gonna be
but
dating by
we-
the end of the
6 seconds
campaign.
at
We-
a time.
We defeated the dwarf, and then we ended up talking about how the army did, and were put in charge of giving commendations. We had to discuss a few different things. I think there were 3 different groups. One of them was an army that had the fewest casualties. One of them was an army that had one brave lisp-speaking being that looked like a pug, I think. suss out an attempted flank, and they went against orders, but managed to prevent a bunch of possible deaths. I believe that was the one that had fewer casualties. There was the group that killed the most of the opposing army, and then there was a group of the refugees, or one of the battalions. I don't remember what term it was. Was a group of mainly Cadron refugees that ended up breaking what's it called? Formation, and resulted in a lot of casualties. So we had to find a way to kind of handle each of these situations. We gave commendations where we saw fit, and then we also didn't fully admonish the group that didn't do a good job, or that the refugees, but we didn't give them the same amount of recognition that they normally get when Cadron folks fall in battle. So there was kind of a mixed thing there, but I think that's where we ended.
That is
it was
correct.
mainly fighting the dwarf and then talking about all these other situations.
That was a
Also,
great recap.
I was about to say... Wait, what? What, Valentin?
Oh, I was just gonna say now you need to do it all over again, but on Winsong.
No.
No. Unfortunate.
No.
That
I don't think I will.
That said, it is still that evening. You guys have finished up all of the paperwork needed to give. Did you? Can someone remind me of the commendations that you gave? Because I actually don't think that you hard decided. I think that you
We talked about it,
discussed, but haven't come up with exacts. Meaning that the army's now settled down. Fighting is a bit of a distant memory. The outpost is being explored and used. You also had a shit ton of magic items you needed to discern what you were doing with. I don't remember if you guys finished talking about that either.
I know I got the choker thing.
Yep, and you were gonna decide whether or not you were,
Yeah, giving any of them to
Yep.
to the dudes.
Yep, the entire list was in the old campaign's party sheet. So I'm hoping someone had the foresight to get that information, because if not, I'm gonna have to open it up again.
Bold of you to assume.
Yeah, I don't think any of us got that.
We only went for our own sheets.
One
Unless we
moment.
took stuff. So, I know that I had the rune.
Did you
from
have
the
an
shield,
entire
for
list?
example?
Did anyone get a list of all the items?
I just know the
Oh, the
stuff
list
that we
from-
held on to, not the
have-
extra stuff.
I have the list that was left over from the battle that you gave us that list, but I don't have what we had in our notes.
I'll load the old one.
You know, the group notes? Yeah, I didn't take that, but I did. You're talking about. Wait, are you talking about the stuff that was left over from the battle?
I'm talking about the stuff that was left over from the battle and all the stuff that your army found. Because there were some, you have to decide what magic items you're keeping and what's being gifted out as battle pay, and such like that. Happy's told you that you don't need to worry about the standard wages for the army, that him and Butler handle all of that paperwork. It's just this unique case where there's a lot of spoils of war that it needs to be decided how it's getting distributed, as well as I need you to decide exactly what medals and how you are, rewarding or punishing various units in the army.
I have all that notes. All those notes.
Yep. You also, I don't know if you had wanted to speak to the squad that had, done the best performing squad or not. You haven't spoken to them yet.
Yeah, we've not.
I don't know that we needed to, but we can. The only reason we spoke to the Lil Bean guy was because we needed to figure out what was going on, or get a clear idea of why he broke rank. And then I don't think we talked to anybody else.
Then you found out that he was a pug who who claimed to have a really good sense of smell, which is
Literally the best boy.
Yeah, we love him.
Boy ever.
He seems to have good instincts. He's got moxie.
Yeah.
But what
got
we needed to
gusto.
confirm, though, was that he wasn't just a dick who broke ranks for no reason. He had a clear objective to save people, so...
There is the screenshot of everything that was in the old sheet. I'm going to reopen the current Fantasy Grounds now.
Okay.
Hey, thanks for the chat. Ami Terasu, thanks for coming.
What?
Damn.
That's what it is.
That's
it's
one nice
AMM.
cock.
YY.
I think it's Amaterasu.
Amaterasu.
Well, there's
Amaterasu.
extra M's
Oh,
and
Amy!
Ys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you said terrace. It's like tiramisu.
I said Terasu.
I think it's terrasu.
Yeah.
Tera is Terra.
Yes, but it's a pun of Amaterasu, so it's Amaterasu.
On the dog
yeah.
from Okami. They're one of my.
Yeah.
What?
To
Yeah.
me, it's Ami.
It's a sun god.
Terasu.
Alright, regardless, currently the scene is set where all of you are grouped around your own personal camp that you set up in the outpost right now, which is probably going to be where the dwarf formerly was, at that desk with all of his various letters and notes, things like that. You have
the campaign, but it doesn't want to let
it's still loading. You have all of the information. Valentin, you stepped out when Talk of Metals was starting, so you can ask in character for it, or just have an understanding of the situation, and we'll assume people explained it to you. Okay? Up to you. Regardless, the scene is set. Butler stands at a polite distance away from you all, so he can't overhear anything you're talking about, but still nearby that if you raise your voice and call for your guys' Secretary of War, the android can approach.
Cool. Zandra with her clipboard and pen is tapping it on the clipboard. All right, so the next order of business, I guess, is us deciding on, because previously we decided on Unit 33 that broke orders and rushed ahead and got a bunch of their members killed, but they were successful in doing what they intended to do. We decided that those who died, that is their punishment, and those that live, we commend those that died, but we don't really reward them because they broke orders. But we still have order units 99 that captured an area, captured an area valiantly on their own. They did not break orders. So do we want to give them anything in reward for doing a job well done?
I think so.
All right. Do we give them
Give 'em a
some
treat.
of just some gold, or do we give them some of the magical items that we got?
I will
With the military
remind,
retreat?
in case you didn't write this down, the axe that is in question, 2 different Cadron refugees are claiming that they deserve the axe.
I did write that down. Yes.
It's
Should
a
give them
double-headed axe.
I was thinking we'd get to that after we finished going through the units.
Yep, just wanted to remind in case that had been lost. I'll shut up now.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay, you do it for the rest of the night.
Damn. I guess I will. If you want me to shut up, I can. Here.
No.
Zandra hands
Go
her clipboard
on.
over.
Oh,
No, go on.
Well, I guess if you guys don't have any input on what we give them, we could just give them some of the magical items, unless you guys really want those, or the gold.
I mean, how do...
Or-
Okay, I don't know what any of these things are, other than they're very shiny. Like, would they
you like to go
benefit a
through them?
group or like a one... Are you really gonna trust me with that?
No, I mean,
I'm saying
would
this
you
for
like me
your
to
benefit.
describe them for you so that you know what they do.
Well, my question is just like, you know, I feel like, do they benefit one person or do they benefit the whole unit, you know? Like, is it better to
Doesn't
just
the-
pay them?
Apparently a single dude.
well, with certain things like the axe, doesn't that have some sort of historical significance for their people? I thought it was an axe used by their previous hero or related to the Cadron specifically.
I think.
Or am I
axe will have
misremembering?
the axe will have to set aside and discuss separately. I would not consider giving it out as a reward, considering there's 2 other groups that currently claim to have ownership over it. So I think we should get to that issue after we've solved the issues with or solved what we're going to do with the other units. Yes? Is that good? Is that fine? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I guess if we wanted to give out anything that would be good for the group, I guess that would just be gold, because everything else is just individual items, unless we wanted to give, a handful of items to each group. Like, maybe items that we don't need, that we're not super interested in. Like, maybe we give them, I don't know, the Walking Cauldron, the Revealing Mist, and a Wand of Widening? I don't know. But that's just a suggestion, yeah. Anyway, but honestly, it might just be simplest just to give out gold rewards. That takes
Yeah,
a
or
lot
like,
of the concern out
let
of-
each squad leader have an item or
item.
something.
Maybe we just make a pile of all the items that we don't personally want to keep, and then each squad leader can come up and take an individual item.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like that.
I like that too. So I guess then we should decide what items we want to keep and make a pile of all the items that we'd rather let the army have and these particular goods.
Well, clearly we have to sort out the situation with this axe, but otherwise, I got what I want, and I touch my cute little choker.
What was the choker that you took?
It
it's the
allows
one
you to
that-
speak Infernal.
Yeah,
That's right. Okay.
and when I touch
So-
it, my voice gets really low and demonic, and I say some weird shit in Infernal, and then I'm just like, tee.
Roleplay it.
Yeah, you can type it in chat and I'll reply because I can.
Yeah. There's a tab where you can type in Infernal.
Oh shit, my languages aren't showing in the thing.
I'm also having trouble joining the game. So fuck.
It's attempting resolve.
There was an
connection,
update.
Oh, there we go. It's working now.
Okay, well, my languages aren't showing in the thing, but I'll do that as soon as I can figure out why they're not showing in the thing.
Give me a quick second. I'm gonna test something for you.
Because I thought I did my languages.
Ah, motherfucker! They updated what Infernal probably was called with 2.0.
We did.
Meaning it's probably Diabolic now.
Yeah, but I think I put that.
No, you've got Infernal on your sheet.
Oh, well, fuck.
You can see it under your notes tab.
Yeah, that's
How's
diabolic.
that spelled?
Diabolic. Diabolic.
Okay.
What did they change Undercommon to, Phoebe?
Undercommon is... I believe it's still... Oh no,
I
it's
still
called
think it's
Zach
on-
Broth.
Because it's only letting me do
man.
common. It won't even let me do goblin.
I can do diabolic, but did they change what celestial is called? Because it's not on my list either.
Yeah, that one, I believe.
I'm gonna
is
look to help.
Empyrean.
Looks like
Yeah, Empyrean. Angels and other celestials. Here, I'll take a
Is
screenshot
that
of the part I found.
Empyrean or Ian?
I'll take a
I put it
screenshot.
in the chat in Fantasy Grounds.
Oh, thank
Here.
you. Wow, I would never would have gotten that.
Not the Wand of Widening again.
Ooh!
Widening, baby.
Well, didn't you get a Wand of
How
Widening?
else am I supposed to fit all that
Yeah.
girth? Hang on. Putting this.
Sorry,
on
I hear that I'm too
Sam's
big often.
I'm not talking about you, obviously. I'm talking about Zandra's Schmeat.
I'm gonna warm up my coffee and go to the bathroom while you guys are sorting out the treasure and
Okay.
stuff like
Okay.
that. I'll be back.
a
I've
good pee.
I've got a wireless headset.
Don't fall in.
Or dude,
Don't
we're not
pee on
your
your
mom.
cat.
Don't piss on your cat
It
again.
happened one time.
Just go
and
pee.
it was
Just
her
go piss
fault.
and aim carefully. Okay. So, do you guys know that River's a cat pisser?
One
Yeah.
time.
Such a cat pisser.
One time. Just
You
scream.
DM games for 10 years. You'll
Did-
be known
is-
as a great DM, but you piss on a cat one time, you'll be known
Did they
as a cat
change
pisser.
Aslanti to Thalassic?
That sounds about right.
Phoebe?
What is this?
Huh?
Did they change Aslanti to Thalassic?
I don't remember. Yeah, I think it is. It's the water boy, right?
Yeah.
Sarah. Hi, Sarah.
Poor Sarah.
Sarah. Yeah, Sarah.
Sarah, you should look at
the baby.
Twitter, because I have a shirt that would speak to you, and I need you to do it for mommy. Thank you.
me fix my
Ugh.
languages. I'm not
But
sure
I was
why.
talking about Cleveland Steamers pre-stream.
No!
No! Do not bring that up!
River needs to go to jail. We need like DM jail. His own little cage with like a muzzle, so we can't hear him talk about that term
hate
anymore.
you so much.
Yeah, he's a little nice.
I have such like I have such a vivid imagination. You can just say something to me, and I immediately picture it in my mind.
Yeah, and feel like vommy.
Yeah.
It's so gross. I wanna die.
I might have to be put on the combat tracker because these languages aren't updating. Even though I have the right ones in there.
That's so annoying.
Because I can only type in common right now.
After you type it in, for me, for some reason, I had to hit enter, even though that makes a whole
Yeah.
new line.
No, but it rearranged everything correctly
Yeah.
too. Like it should automatically alphabetize, I think, if you type in the correct term.
Yeah, if you type it in and then hit enter.
Well, I'm doing
Maybe
it like
that'll
from the
help.
list, like dragging it in from the
Instead of
language
dragging
list.
it in, just type it in.
Okay.
Because that worked for us.
Okay.
Hello, I'm back. Sorry, Valtteri, I didn't mean to make you think about me taking a massive crap on
I wasn't thinking about you, I was thinking about my boyfriend, and it made it worse.
Well, I'm glad that you weren't thinking about me taking a massive crap on
No.
Stop!
It's still.
Oh
it's
my
still.
god!
It's still only letting me type in.
Yeah, give me a quick second, Podgers. Let's see. Try not to worry about it for now. Just work on your own thing. Like, just carry on. I'll fix it later.
River, I will crush you.
Well,
Don't ever talk about that again.
hear
You probably
me
need to
talking
relaunch. Yeah.
diabolic, and you hear me say pee pee poo poo. You see, it says understood by Podge, but it's. Hey! I had to drag it. I had to drag it to see what it said. I hate you. Disgusting. No! See, I can read them, but I can't speak in them.
This is my least favorite bit ever. This isn't even like funny, haha. This is just I hate it.
Oh, the gross things that River's saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There, now
He's
it's
the
working.
real
I just had to
Cleveland
reopen
steamer,
my
not even the
computer.
action. It's just
Hey,
him. You're a
let's
giant
slap
turd.
this man's pee-pee. Joke's on you. I'm
Giant
into it.
pit turd.
Alright, let's carry on though, guys.
Yep. Okay. So let's start from the top of the list. Does anyone want a rune of ghost touch?
I feel like you or Undyne's character, Buria, would benefit from that the most.
My weapon is magical, so it already touches.
No, because they still have
No?
resistance and stuff. That thing
No,
penetrates
it's so
and
ghost
incorporates
touch would
anything.
actually do full damage. You deal half damage, and then I think weapons that are not magical can't do any damage. Is that correct?
Good point. Good point. If you say so. I mean, unless Buria really needs it, I will happily take that.
I think I have means to like do shit against ghosts specifically because of the oath that I have. So ghost touch should probably go to Val's. It should probably go to Zandra, which would be kind of cool with her soul sucky shit. Stop it! You know what I mean?
Yeah, actually, I don't think we have any, like, River, are we doing anything canonically anymore with the soul sucky shit? I would like to, but I don't think it
Yeah, of
fits with
course.
the class. Yeah?
Well,
Yeah.
How's that? Okay, we'll discuss that metally later. So I'm taking that. I'm taking the ghost touch. Next, we have a mechanical item, the effervescent ampule.
What's that do?
I think you just like it because of what it's named.
Yeah.
River, I don't remember what this one does.
I'd say
You can Google it, not Google it, but type it into the item
It
chat
just
and you'll
makes you,
see.
you have like good acrobatics, lets you just run across water.
That's pretty fucking cool,
Gotta go
actually.
fast. Gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast.
The
I kind of would like
effervescent
Valentin to have that.
ampule,
Yeah.
is that you affix it to your armor. Until the end of your turn, you can move across water and other liquids as if they were solid ground. Your movement does not trigger any device or hazard that relies on a weight-sensitive pressure plate or similar device. When
Okay,
it
maybe-
ends, you sink, fall, break through flimsy ground, or land on pressure plates as normal for your current location.
What about Oasis?
That would be very cool.
Because aren't we're some of the hulkier folk. You don't have armor, though, do you?
You do need to be an expert in acrobatics to use it.
That is correct. Meaning if you do not have expert level acrobatics, then you're more belly sliding across water.
Yeah.
Which, if you really think about it, is just swimming.
And if none of us have expert level acrobatics, this would be a good item to set aside for the army.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
that's
remember
not
that we don't want to take everything. We want to set some things aside.
Oh, hey, Sly, what's that E beside acrobatics on your sheet mean?
Teehee.
Might be a good idea to talk about the fact that you could actually utilize that item.
It would be useful for him scouting as well, if he can scout.
It is
you
a
know.
one-time use item, though.
Yeah,
Oh.
What?
Still,
Oh,
that's
that's
a good thing to
that's
have still.
Yeah, but I think that if we need to give the army, if we want to take things that are useful to us, we need to have more to offer. And if it's a one-time use item, maybe we try to get the stuff that we could actually use on the adventure long term.
Yeah,
But that's
fair.
something we could decide at the end as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well then we can come back to that. We've got a shrinking potion. We could make Podge even smaller.
Oh my god. A true pocket gob.
Alright, I'm gonna go get my coffee now that it should be heated up.
I am very small.
You could be as small as Hamtaro.
Oh, I can ride Hamtaro! Can we keep that?
Yeah, you could ride
Yes.
Hamtaro. That'd be.
Absolutely.
Okay, can we
Well,
do that?
actually, would it make? How small would it?
You're gonna need...
Mechanically speaking, it would make Podge go from a medium-sized
tiny
character to a
size.
small, or a
It's
small
Or
to
tiny. Probably
small to
tiny.
tiny, and Hamtaro's tiny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can't I thought I
I'm
might be
small.
getting this incorrect, but I believe you have to the only way to ride a creature is to be one.
If it's a size category
smaller.
bigger than you.
Yeah, so you'd have to. If we could get enlargening,
Well,
we
Can
can
I-
make Hamtaro bigger and make you smaller, and then you
Yeah.
can ride Hamtaro. Have like a really big hamster.
ride medium.
And that would be for how long?
It is just a single potion, so it'd be a one-time thing as well.
Right,
I feel like
so
it's
is it
just
like a
handy
minute?
to have.
Medium creature can ride another creature into combat if the mount is at least one size larger and willing.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So you'd have to. Yeah, it could be useful if we had like a small passage to sneak through, like if there's like a collapsed
Wait,
rock wall. Or
Is
something.
Podge a medium creature?
No, I'm a
she's
small
small.
creature.
Yeah, so Podge would go if it's.
Yeah, but Hamtaro's also
No, and
tiny.
Hamtaro's
right to
tiny,
tiny.
so
I know.
Hamtaro would have to get enlarged into small.
Well, that's why
Yeah.
I was thinking about whether or not it made them like shrink, or the two sizes smaller, or just one
it's a
size category
singular-
smaller.
Singular small. It's a one-size thing.
Yeah, one size fits all. Okay, well,
Well, we can hold on to that if you want.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like it would be something we'd have to actually use. I don't want to just hold on to it on the off chance that we'll eventually someday use it.
agreed.
Pendant of the Occult. I have one of these. It just it increases your knowledge of occult.
Podge, you have stretchy, right?
I think so.
Well, technically that means
no, I
that...
have Bouncy Goblin.
Oh, I was gonna say, if you had Stretchy Goblin, then technically that would mean that creatures one size category larger than you could probably mount you.
I wouldn't.
Creatures one size larger than me already.
Okay, he's made. Look,
It was a sex joke.
we all know what he meant.
It was also a sex joke.
Oh my god.
Anyways,
Please carry on.
yes,
There's really cute
as I
art of
was
me
attempting
in
to
the art
do.
channel, by the way.
Pendant of the Occult. increases your occult knowledge. I've already got one of these, so I think this would be a good item to give off to the army. Okay. We have a vial of potency oil. It's a one-time use item on your weapon that increases. It's kind of gives it what, like, correct me if I'm wrong. It just increases your like enhancement.
+1 striking weapon.
Yeah. +1. So
You can also apply it
+1
to,
hit.
or you can give it to armor. It gets +1 resilient.
Who's mowing at me? Hi.
I feel like this would be another good item to give to the army.
Yeah.
We have a bright shade poison. Any poison wielders in the group?
What kind of poison?
Sly, do you
is
have
it?
any
Like, what's
inputs,
it?
especially on that
Against
ampule
undead.
that you might be able to use? I want to include you in the conversation, dude.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that, River. We've
Oh,
already
okay.
talked about how we're going to come back to that.
Perfect, sorry.
The bright shade poison, as I was so do we know what it does?
Yeah.
What are the effects?
It's specifically for like hurting undead more.
I feel like if
that
we're
might
gonna
not
do
be a bad thing to
things that make
keep.
good thing to have.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not being meta. What are you talking about?
No, but
Okay.
like, I would like that. Not for me, but
Okay.
I think we should have it.
I think we should.
Maybe
have
someone else who's not as effective against undead could have shit ready to go.
Okay. Next we have the cinnamon sears. I have no idea what those are. I've forgotten.
Cinnamon sears.
I don't know.
Zippy. Zippy alchemically treated cinnamon surfaces cinnamon sears. A rock candy with a lively taste that provides a mental boost. A cinnamon sear remains in your mouth for 1 hour. Its stimulating flavor granting you a +1 item bonus to checks to recall knowledge.
Ooh.
It also has a fortune check, meaning that at random, you just don't get any information from it.
Oh. Lasts
Yeah,
about an
because
hour.
recall knowledge. Well, no, because like recall knowledge base, if you fail, you get no information. But as a reaction, you can just take a chomp out of that lozenge and do it again.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you failed a recall knowledge check, you bite the thing down, consuming it immediately to re-roll it.
Gotcha, and it's a
I think
one-time
that's worth
use thing.
having. Yeah.
All right, then
Candy.
the wand of widening.
Please tell me what that does. Please, I must know.
Lets you cast the spell Widening.
So which level is the wand?
Level 1.
Level 1, okay.
First rank spell.
Does it say,
Or first level spell, whatever it is. Huh?
oh, I was saying what it did.
What did it do?
Oh, it's like pretty much like a meta magic stored into like your thingy, so you can use it to like once per day. Make it like make your spell cast and take an extra action to cast, but make it have a bigger area.
Yep.
Oh. Okay, I like that.
Now remember,
I feel like that'd
these
be
are
good.
these are items that your army claimed in battle, meaning they defeated automatons using and carrying these items, or they found them themselves the same way that you guys would, by completing puzzles or looting rooms, things like that.
I was going to say that we can't claim everything. We do need to give some back to the army. We can't
Yes.
take a bunch of it. We need to. So once we've gone through the full list, I was going to have us go back and be like, okay, how much of this do we really need versus how much do
Yeah.
we kind of want that would be kind of eventually useful, but we could just give to the army instead.
I feel like the wand of widening would be good for Oasis or me. So maybe put a
Do you have
potential
any
on
big?
that.
Do you have any AOE
Please
spells?
tell me the tree isn't a fucking AoE. I don't want a bigger version of Francis.
Ooh, big.
It's not, but it'd be fucking cool if it
None of my
was.
abilities are spells.
Thank God.
Their
Um,
abilities, right?
You use the wand of widening to
Just
bring
watch out, though.
Francis out, and he's just got a really fat ass.
I have like I think I have a few AoE things actually. I have Circle of Protection, I have Grim Tendrils, which is like a line AoE. But either way, I feel like it'd be helpful for either of us.
Okay. I think if we take this, because this is a big item, then we'll probably have to give up some of the more smaller items. In return.
We can put a maybe next to it.
I'm just gonna write down everything that is us, and then we'll go back and decide on what we really want.
Okay.
Then we've got the Bracelet of Dashing. I've got one of these as well. It's like you can activate it, and for a round, you get you can like go travel further with your movements.
What's my movement speed? I don't need to go fast. I got reach spell.
It lasts for a single minute. You get to move 10 feet further per round, or per time you move. So for each action you take. Nobody wants that? Okay, that would be a very good item to give the army. Okay. Then we have a Revealing Mist. I believe it would be one-time consumable that you would use to reveal invisible enemies.
Yeah.
Nobody wants that?
We don't need it because I have motion sense within 30 feet, so I can point things out to people that anything
that's
within 30
fine.
feet is gonna be like
True.
It's only gonna work for one person anyway.
Then we have this one. I don't remember what this does. The Skin Saw Mask.
River
it's a
explained
fucked
this
up
one.
mask made out of people skin.
I don't want it.
Lets you
I
track
also
down
don't
people
want
who
to
are
give that
fighting
to
easier.
someone.
Yeah.
Okay, Army.
I mean,
the Walking Cauldron.
Mask amplifies fear and other creatures. Damn.
Yeah. If
I also
we
wanna
had
say
someone in
that
the party if we had someone in the party who was like really good at intimidating or something, maybe that would be something that they could use.
I want to point out that the trait on this item is uncommon, divination, divine, evil, invested.
yeah.
Nice.
Which item?
The
Skin
mask.
Saw Mask.
Oh yeah, you were told that this is probably super cursed. This is
Can we destroy it?
This is one of the ones that your army came up and was like, so technically this isn't actually a cursed item. This is working as intended. However, it's really fucked up is what Happy
Yeah,
explained.
it's literally made
When you-
from a human face.
When you hold up the mask, I look at you and go, "You gonna eat that?"
I stare at you. Do you think it would taste good? I'd not. know.
Yeah. That's some premium jerky right there. Like, what is that? What is that if
It's
not jerky?
seasoned. Zandra like sniffs it. It doesn't smell seasoned. It would just be very bland. Are you sure?
Listen, I've eaten worse things.
Yes, but you could eat better.
You think very highly of me, and I appreciate.
No, I
that.
just think highly of food.
Okay.
But the question remains: are you gonna eat that?
We're not. Nobody's eating anything. We'll take care of this later. I'm gonna slowly tuck it away in my bag and be like, oh god.
Oh, so you're holding. Okay, so we're keeping the mask. Of,
We're going to destroy it. Just keep going.
Zandra like looks at you wide-eyed, scratches Army off of her list for taking the Skin Saw Mask, and writes, "Destroy" instead.
Yeah.
I am going to be periodically trying to sniff that out.
Oh.
Then, okay, Zandra, okay, I guess moving on, she'll turn to the next item. We have a walking cauldron. That is, as it sounds, it's just a cauldron that can walk.
I feel
If
like
you
it's a
want to
good
eat
thing
on
for
the
the
move.
army.
That actually makes
They
sense.
can make food while they are on the
Yeah.
march.
They got
I think
soup.
that's a great thing
Commander,
for them.
you suddenly hear in your head, Valtria. It is I, your faithful Scorpius.
Scorpius! Yes! I look around, is he anywhere nearby?
Yeah, he's in your cleavage as always.
Oh, he's back. Okay, thank God. Okay, I look down at my boobs. What is up? What's up, Scorpius?
May I claim an item?
What would you like?
The mask.
What?
May I ask what your intended purpose is with the mask? By the way, to all of you, Zandra has just stopped talking and staring at her own tits.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Based, I'll also stop and stare at her tits.
They are they are quite voluptuous today. Yes. Huh? What?
You may ask. May I refuse to answer? Scorpius would like to note. Scorpius cannot wear the mask or use it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. So I was thinking, like, if you can't use it, then I guess, yeah. You know what? I will check with the others. Saunders says. Perhaps
I'm pretty
we
sure
can have that
Scorpius has the
arranged.
Scorpius has the most power in this party.
In your
He
cleavage,
does, he gets to
the-
live in my boobs. That's,
in your-
that's a pretty powerful position.
in your cleavage, your little glass scorpion rubs his little glass claws together, and you hear "excellent" in your head.
I love Scorpius. Alright, so the army is taking the walking cauldron, and then you guys just notice that Zandra doesn't say anything. She just stops staring at her boobs and goes back to the list. Color coding orange, it's a lubricating effect. You pour it on the ground or on a surface, and then things can slide across it or have free of movement. It could also be used to free an item up that was stuck, kind of like oil.
You gonna use that?
The lube.
I had no intended purpose for it, but I can see where you would want it.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure it's very hard to fit your very wide hips into those outfits you're wearing. Maybe
My voluptuous
That's why-
dumpy. Yes.
That's why they keep breaking the outfits.
That's
so
definitely what I was gonna use that for.
actually want it.
Yes.
I do want to point out that you have said yes to a lot of items. How many, like, if you
I'm
had to
a
pick one
goblin!
item- I know, but if you had to, if even going against your goblin nature, if you had to pick one item, what one item would you like?
I guess I can get lube at the general store.
Yeah, you want the wand of widening, don't you?
Yeah, I kinda do.
Okay, all right. We'll give it to the army. We'll give the army the loot.
I'm sure they'll use it for good.
I'm sure they will.
Weirdly, all
Maybe
all the
they'll bring
soldiers
it-
have orange hands.
I was gonna say maybe they'll bring it to you.
I'm doing my part. No!
Okay,
Oh, this
next.
is-
The army doesn't move for the next few days because everybody's too busy getting laid.
By one very busy goblin. We have next the bird feather token. That's a message sparrow. I
feel like
believe
that'd be
this is a
best to use,
consumable
like-
item.
Mhm.
Yes, you can send a message through it to someone over a long distance. You just have to give the name of the person and their general location and the message, and it'll fly to them and deliver that message. I don't think I do not believe we need this. The only people that we're
especially
currently
left
trying to communicate with are people that we already have long-range communication with, and that would be Butler in the army.
Valentin just typed BRB, he can still hear, but he did it in a language that no one's really spoke but Podge. Valentin, remember, in Fantasy Grounds, you can right-click your portrait, and there actually is an option for you to toggle BRB or not.
Wait, what is he speaking? Because I can understand it.
That's the new Undercommon. Sackfroth.
Why could I read that? I don't know Undercommon.
Because then he changed it to Common.
Oh,
he
thank
like
you.
posted the translation into Common.
Gotcha. Well, I think we give the army the bird feather token. I think that would be a good choice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to actually pause on that one. Are you sure about that? You did come into a communication issue not too long ago with your army.
Yeah, do they have a means to communicate with us no matter what?
Butler.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
so
I
that's
said we
good
should have
for
it
us.
instead to talk to Butler.
Yeah.
Because that would, in a way, also be useful for the army if we were to have it.
Yep, because remember that there was an entire plot point where you guys were like, oh shit, They talked to
We
us.
have to send our little
we
guys.
told them to go radio silent, so now we have to wait for Scorpius and Hamtaro to get a message
Yeah.
there and then back.
Fair enough.
The Sparrow is a good one-way emergency method for you guys, and I will tell you right now, as your DM, I included that specifically to solve this problem in the future should it come up again for you all, as a reward for cleverly solving it the first time.
Gotcha. Okay. Next.
So if
next
you
item
give
on
it
the
to your
list-
army later on, I'm gonna be like, you know, I told you, and I made something for this situation. It's your fault for giving it away.
Give it away, give it away, give it away now.
Alright. Next item on the list is a bark skin potion. Yes, I was thinking the same. The army?
Army.
Yeah.
Okay, next we have 800 gold. I think maybe we use this as part of a reward for the army, or do we just keep it all for ourselves?
I think we
I
can
feel
find
like-
money elsewhere. Like,
Yeah,
that's probably the
they
thing we're
should
most
get
likely to get.
Rewards. I feel like each like squadron that did well should get more, and then the rest can be just like added to the army's coffers, perhaps.
Makes sense to me.
Well, the army, the general. So, just to clarify, the army has already is already paying the soldiers their wages. So,
Oh,
Yes.
so it's
Adding
fun
to the-
money.
This is in
bonus
addition.
money.
Yeah, everyone has already received their base pay. Happy and Butler has seen to it. They have like all of that is stuff that's being funded by. Oh, what was her name? The lady who hired the mercenaries.
Oh, one of the princes?
Yeah,
Merchant
one of the
princes?
merchant princes. Yeah.
Oh God, I don't remember.
Well, they
her
should
name.
still.
Hero
They
point to
should
anyone
still
who
get a
can.
bonus.
Hero point to anyone who can remember her name.
Well, I wasn't here for this, so I don't know.
Was it a nickname?
Well, the merchant princes all have like titles.
Did I remember them having a specific weird title? Well, we were supported by the son of one of the merchant princes, and then we allied with a different merchant prince.
Yes, the original one was the snake charmer that you had
Yeah,
had
fuck
done
that
with.
guy.
And his son that you guys kind of, you know, really
Reformed.
Yeah, you made him a good person. Like that was your primary goal, was making him not a selfish, spoiled shit. And it took a lot of death to get there. And his best friend betraying him,
Yeah.
selling him out to
Well,
hitmen.
his best friend also had shit going on.
Yeah, that was. I actually really liked that plot line that I wrote. That was one of probably my most favorite. Like, sorry, carry on. Regardless,
Yes.
yeah, hero
Okay,
point to
800
anyone
yes,
who
yes,
remembers
yes.
this woman.
Anyways, I don't think that is that important right now.
No,
Just
but it
remember
would
her
be
name.
important later. So I would. You guys might want to double check your notes, see if anyone did write it down.
Okay, I'm trying to get us moving through this because we still have a lot.
Yeah,
to do.
please, thank you.
Yeah.
So the 800 gold is fun money. We can like keep most of it for ourselves and then hand out small cash rewards. I think to the troops that did well, like the Unit 99 that captured the area and 13 that engaged the most enemies. And then maybe so we give maybe each of their squads like a small bonus of like 50 gold each. feel like
I'll be honest. I think we don't need money for a while.
Yeah.
We're not going to go to shops. We're not going to go to, you know, a fucking market somewhere.
Well,
So
excuse me, Mr. Noble, who has plenty of money waiting for him at home. Some of us have been homeless for a while and ain't got fucking shit.
There's be a moment where
And
we're
what
all
do you-
going, oh, behind Valent.
And
Or
what do you
behind
think these refugees have?
Oh,
They have even
don't
less.
get all high and mighty on me.
Okay, well,
my
anyway,
God.
we're not.
You
We're
didn't
not
suggest
going.
anything about that until I suggest we take it.
It's okay. I do agree though that we're
So,
probably not going to need as much gold like
we're-
on the trip as like we'll probably find other things. to use.
Wise, this money was given to us as fun money. We don't have to give it away. You're not earning any brownie points by giving it away. It's going to a fictional group of people.
Well, either way,
His
these.
blue
Fictional
blood.
group of
These-
people in video games make me cry all the time, so that's a really low bar for you to give to me.
We're all of us are fictional people in this.
Yes.
But I can
regardless,
use that money to buy things to make myself more powerful in this fictional universe.
so anyway,
I just like the shiny.
all of these people could use a moral boost that they won't get anywhere else, so I would just give the
But,
money to them.
No, but like, okay, on the grand scheme of things.
What if we split it?
800
What if we go halfsies?
Yes. Okay, hold on. Let me speak.
Oh,
Yes, I was not saying we take it all. One, that's why I was saying we suggest we give out the gold as reward. But on the grand scheme, if you give 800 gold to thousands upon thousands of refugees, that won't make a big difference in the grand scheme of things to them as a whole, right?
Mwah.
And we're trying to fix their problems on more than just giving them, a sack of gold,
So what we're hearing here is that Xandra is against universal basic income.
Okay.
That's
That's
so sassy. But we
happening right now.
I don't know, but
I've never played a TTRPG where we're like, someone's like, here's your gold reward for completing your mission, and one of the party members is like, wow, we're taking money now? How dare we?
it wasn't
Hand it
like
to the
that.
poor.
Oh my god. No. Well, I say we go halfsies. All for this plan say aye.
No.
I didn't ask if you were against it. I said all for this plan say aye. Okay, so we're not going halfsies.
Because there's how many of us? There's 6 of us, right?
Mm-hmm.
How about we each take 100 gold, and then the other 200 goes back to the troops that, like, either to the troops that did well, or to, however you want to split that up. Or we could take 50.
I don't know what you want the money for. It's about it, but you can do that if you want.
It's my money. What does it matter to you what I do with it?
Call JG Wentworth. Let's move on. I'm uncomfortable with the energy we've cultivated in the studio.
It's just banter.
I know. That was banter too. Or attempted banter. Yeah, we can. I say we just go with Val's thing. I think that's fine.
Okay.
I would like $100.
100 gold each?
Yes. And then the remainder will
The
go
200
towards
we-
the...
Then the
Yeah.
200
Butler
Paladin can
chimes
decide who
in.
it goes to.
Butler chimes in. I hate to presume, commanders, but gold is actually quite valuable to you all as well still. If needed, this unit can put in orders with the merchant princes and have supplies delivered to areas we've conquested.
Oh, that'd be good.
So we could order specific items with the money that we've received from Conquest to
Oh, I thought this
further
was
our
about them...
strength.
I thought
and
this was
make
about them
it-
helping the refugees and people that have been ousted in the areas that were...
In both cases, yes, commanders.
Okay.
So we could both spend the money to help others and help ourselves, yes.
Yes, commander.
Yes, and... Improv. Anyway. Does this seem
Okay.
Gucci?
Yes.
Yes, I'm good with that.
The refugees and the mercenaries will need additional pay to rebuild their lives as well.
How much do you think it'll take, Butler?
And this unit can't speculate on that. And this unit isn't trained in economics.
Can you download an economics update?
Is one of the refugees a former economic? Do you have? Is
Please
there
tell
a
me it's the
lawyer
puck.
amongst the refugees?
Yeah, you don't seem very
economic
ergonomic.
This unit assumes the safer that the army makes the roads, the further that we conquest within Kadrin, the difficulty in supply will lower prices for them.
So the more we accomplish, the easier and more affordable it'll be to help the refugees. Is that what you're
Yes.
suggesting?
Yes.
Okay.
Currently,
Decided?
as far as this unit is aware, we have not captured any food production. Therefore, with no farmland and nor sources of food, the refugees that do decide to settle will be needing to import all of their food through the desert, making food quite expensive. Captain Happy and this unit have come up with several plans to resolve that problem. They will be discussed at our war table meeting when the commanders are prepared for it.
Are any of the refugees that were previously living in Cadron familiar with whatever sort of methods of food production they used prior to being ousted from their homes?
Yes, Captain Happy has already polled and taken stock of everyone's backgrounds before joining the army. This unit is also aware that the benefactor to the army is willing to invest and fund in those efforts should we take suitable ground for it.
I was also going to suggest that we have basically the whole thing we're here for is to, once we've liberated this area from whatever troubles it, it will fall under the authority of the merchant prince, right?
That is correct, according to the deal.
It will be up to them to provide food and infrastructure for their populace.
That is correct.
And so therefore, as much as I do believe in charity, and I do believe in providing to those in need, it is not our sole responsibility to feed and provide housing and infrastructure and a universal bill of income for those who need it. We are not the government here. We are just adventurers.
Why did I picture some like weird hand gestures when you said we are just adventurers? Like that you didn't see anything, Penguin. Yeah!
The Emmett Self hand
You-
flick.
You tell yourself whatever you need to do to sleep at night.
I'm over here looking
Oh my
like the
God.
math lady meme, like, what the fuck are these people talking about?
Sandra just points to the sword above her head. I think I've already got my own issues. I don't need you putting any more on me.
Right. Anyway, you do
My
what you
middle. Sure about that.
and I'll do what I need to do.
Either way, we
little
can-
fancy pants.
Either way,
I
we
think
can carry
that's the
on.
full list of items, except for the retribution axe. What would we like to do with that? There's two groups of Caitlin, refugees that you said are claiming ownership of the axe. That it was theirs previously. Do we want to try and investigate to determine who it actually belongs to, or do we want to just determine that it doesn't go to anyone, or what would we like to do?
Would you like more information, commanders?
Yes, that would be lovely.
According to my notes on the situation, the axe was formerly belonging to the Spinebreaker clan.
Huh?
A Lachey Spinebreaker in the refugee army is claiming the axe is theirs. The evidence is supported by an engraving upon the handle. However, another dwarf, known somewhat ironically as Bakline Axebreaker, is claiming that she should be gifted the axe, as she was the one who slew the automaton wielding it. In the process, she lost part of her right hand.
Well, how's she gonna wield an axe if she lost part of her hand?
Just because of a disability, Commander Podge, does not mean that someone is rendered incapable entirely of utilizing a tool or a weapon.
I am curious as to why they wanted it. Why did the axe go out of the axe or the first group's control in the first place? What exactly happened?
this, and Butler gestures at the remains of the outpost.
Well, it seems to be their property then. Correct?
There is some contention in the law regarding this. Spoils of war and battle law would decree that Axebreaker is the owner of the axe, for it was lost by the Spinebreaker clan. Heritage law, however, gives Spinebreaker credence.
So it's I had it first or finders keepers.
Essentially.
No good.
Well, I had it first and lost it.
Well, lost it due to their entire settlement being taken over.
Spinebreaker was
death.
not
Duel
the
to the
original
death.
owner
Duel
of
to
the
the
axe.
death.
Spinebreaker claims it was their uncle's grandfather.
Okay, wait. Are they both dwarves?
They are.
How do dwarves usually settle these matters?
Duels to the death.
Duel to
Oh my
the death.
God.
Duel to
No.
the death. Duel to the death.
We
Or in
need...
a court of law.
Boring. Duel to the death.
The second
Okay,
option.
we need all the manpower we can get to keep control of this area, so let's not have a duel to the death and diminish our numbers further.
The Breaker clans in my research were both Spine and Axebreaker, were at one point one clan as well, giving more complications to the entire situation.
Well, like, what if one of them gets to use it every odd day and one of them gets to use it every even day and they share?
Commander
Why don't they
And
Stolen,
they
just-
develop an undying friendship.
this issue has the potential of spiraling further out of control. This is the stuff amongst dwarves that becomes blood feuds lasting for centuries.
Maybe this is if you can't play nice, you don't deserve to play at all, and the axe goes to someone else entirely.
Yeah.
Well,
Being a commander
What if-
sucks.
if... No, you go first.
No, I was just going to say that I'm not sure how that necessarily applies to both, because if you find something and you take it into your possession and then somebody comes along and says, hey, that's mine, even though, you know, they haven't had it in many, many years, I think you're in the right to keep it.
In addition, commanders, Axebreaker is part of Squad 13. Spinebreaker saw very little of the fighting and was kept in reserves.
What if we put them both in a tent and they have to sit there and figure it out themselves until they can come to an agreement? Because guess what? Not my dwarves, not my dwarf circus.
What?
You ever
Well,
been to a dwarf circus? They're terrible.
Look, how about this? If we can sit down and talk to them in a tent, or we give the axe to one of them and then we monetarily compensate the other.
That makes sense to me. It sounds like a happy medium, although they're not necessarily going to be happy due to their pride thus far, I'm sure. But it's better
Well-
than nothing.
We shall put it forward as an option. We will award the one that doesn't get the axe with a bigger cut of, you know, the money that they're going to be given, and we'll see whoever's more happy to take the money and whoever's more happy to take the axe.
What is the axe's monetary worth, exactly?
I feel like if it's an heirloom, it's kind of priceless.
Well, hypothetically, if we could get an axe of the same enchantment and quality, regardless of its age.
That's true.
Because the age of it only in like its heirloom value only applies to those who actually see it as an heirloom. If Axebreaker just wants a cool axe, we could just get Axebreaker a cool axe. That's not this cool axe.
If you would like, commanders, I can have Captain Happy summon both parties.
Well, I think that would be good. Sandra looks to the other party for confirmation, for the rest of the party.
Yeah, make them
I
talk
nod.
about it.
Yeah. Summon them to us, that'd be appreciated.
Very good. And with that, Butler turns and marches off. It's strange. You guys are more used to anytime he contacts Happy that he does so utilizing whatever it is device he has that lets the automaton use long-range communication. In this case, however, Butler is walking away. Anyone could roll a sense motive if they want.
Ooh, yes. Let me sense your motive. Let's.
That's not a check in Pathfinder. Do you have?
Well,
It
it would probably be
it's under
perception.
perception.
Yeah, it's under activities in and in perception.
Oh,
Yep.
Neat.
activities now. Oh my God, there's
So much
many
room
of
for
them.
activities.
Thanks for coming, Goog. Can we give a shout out to Goog, by the way? Goog is an
Googert.
absolute awesome creator who I love, like his stuff personally, and yeah, give him a shout out.
Googert.
Yeah, River does have a big boy crush on Googert.
I have such a boy crush on Goog. We've only interacted ever directly once, but I like know him through so many other people. He's a really great guy. You guys should check him out.
He's pretty cool, I guess. I'm trying to find
Search for it in the search bar.
perception. What did the
It's
no
a basic.
perception for me?
It's a basic action. So just put sense in the search bar.
Remember, yeah, you can type in the search bar. Do I have any of my mods present right now?
Thanks for all repeating the same thing.
I'll just do it myself. There. All right. I'll tell you now, one of you got a nat 1. It's gonna be very easy. It's gonna be very easy to guess who. Zandra, Zandra and Valentin. Both of you, as Butler is walking away, all of you, the two of you, realize that there must be some limits that Butler actually has in some of the things that the machine can actually do. Both of you are able to infer, as both of you critically succeeded,
But
that
who? Which one? Which? I didn't hear the names.
Valentin and Zandra.
Okay, I got distracted by Goog's ass. I'm sorry.
You got a nat 20? Let's go.
Both of you, or you just exceeded
You got
by 10.
above the
Yeah, that's
VP.
right. That's right. Yeah.
Regardless,
Hit that
both
man
of
with
you
a
are
wand of
able
light.
to infer that Butler is exhausted. The Secretary of War must have been, to organize and keep this entire army motored and moving while you guys were gone, taking a lot of burdens unto itself, including communicating with you guys at long range, communicating with Captain Happy, organizing all of these various things. And remember that Butler is not 100% machine. As they have explained to you, they have some organic parts. Remember that there are also more of its kind within the army. He's not the only one that is that strange creation that he is. Either way, the Secretary of War is clearly approaching its limits, as Butler is very tired now. Regardless, the Secretary does walk off. Burya, you assume that he's got to take a shit or something.
I never knew that robots could defecate.
What?
Well, he is part organic, so maybe he can.
We should find him a laxative.
Why?
Alright. Which parts? Chat's like, which parts are organic?
That's exactly why I made the sound I made!
Everybody's very much like, oh, we need to know what parts of Butler
Yes.
are flesh still.
Yeah.
You guys
Which
are
parts are porkable?
fucking gross.
What?
Oh my God.
If it has a hole! Just kidding.
Jesus. Regardless, he heads off. Did you guys want to talk or do anything while Butler is not present, or do you want me to just move the scene with Happy acquiring the dwarves?
I'm ready to move it on.
Okay. Lachey, Spinebreaker, and Axebreaker are brought before you. Spinebreaker is a male dwarf with white hair and a long soul patch-like beard, where it only comes out starting from his chin and it goes down to about his belly button. There are no sideburns, there's nothing else apart from that long, kind of wispy white beard that goes down to his belly button.
Thanks, I hate it.
His opposite, Axebreaker, is a very, very scarred looking female dwarf with a black beard that has huge mutton chops and a stylized braid going down the middle.
I'm in love with her.
You can
Yeah, I was
see
gonna say, thanks, I love it.
she is very clearly wounded. When Butler said that she was missing part of her right hand, you can see her entire arm is in a sling. She is missing her two middle fingers and a portion of the upper right side of her right hand.
No, those are the good fingers.
She kept
Yeah.
her pinky, but
She
she
still has
is...
the other hand.
Yes,
Yeah,
sure.
I'm
a
a
lefty.
stranger though.
She definitely looks like she has seen her way around combat. Her armor is dented, scratched up, and unlike most of the Cadron refugees, it's not piecemeal. It is a actual breastplate. Meanwhile, Spinebreaker on the other side is kind of the opposite. His gear looks pretty clean, not super used. You don't know if, that's because he's not super experienced or not, because as Butler told you, he was kept in reserve, so he didn't actually see that much fighting. His armor is piecemeal, barely kind of scrapped together from cutlery, it looks like.
Thank you for joining us. We had some questions regarding your dispute over the Retribution Axe.
That's my axe. It's been in my family for generations. My grandfather's grandfather utilized it in the era of shaping, when he fought for the dwarven gods.
Alright. And, Axebreaker. We hear that your claim to the axe is because you were the one who killed the wielder and took it into your possession.
That's right. It was a hard fight, she says. The automaton had 8 arms, all wielding different weapons.
Oh god! it's
What?
the fucking thing from Star Wars.
Are you talking about General Grievous? You shut your goddamn mouth. What do you mean that fucking thing? What do you mean that fucking thing? Take that back. You take that back.
I just couldn't remember
Well, you got
his name.
fantasies about General Grievous or something?
General Kenobi. I love him.
In any event, commanders, I took on the thing myself, slew it, one-on-one combat, and claimed its weapon, as is my right. I sacrificed part of my body to do so. I deserve that axe.
River, can I roll? Well, let me double check what my scores are for both of these. But I'm gonna try to like posture a little bit just to kind of chill the vibes in the room because this feels really. Oh wait, no, my charisma sucks ass, doesn't it?
Captain
Persuasion now.
Captain
Oh, is it diplomacy?
is-
No. I'm gonna. Can I roll a diplomacy?
Go to your activities. And
Oh,
then look
okay.
at what skills are under diplomacy. And you can, but I want to resolve Undyne's roll first.
Yeah, go
Sorry.
ahead.
So it sounds
No,
like
yeah.
what you're doing is a request or a make an impression.
When I type diplomacy, things do not show up. I don't know why. Under activities, I think I have to specifically look up the
Yeah.
subcategory.
Yes. So if you just scroll through
Sorry.
diplomacies under D,
I'm gonna
no,
make
it's
an
totally
impression.
fine.
So
Sure.
I'm gonna try
That
to give.
takes
I'm
a
giving.
minute of conversation. So I need you to
Yes.
to do a minute
Oh,
of
oh, wait.
conversation. You don't have to
First,
role play out the
I
entire
first
minute.
I
just need to know
slide
what
on.
you're doing.
my shades. I've got my sick little glasses. My little beams.
What do they
My
look
little
like?
glasses. They are the glasses of sociability, and they look like weird librarian glasses that are like the half crescent on the bottom instead of like the full circle. But if I stare at another creature and wait, hang on, no. So it relies on shit. Hang on, how does this work? They're the wire-rimmed, large glasses with circular lenses were invented for the sole purpose of avoiding awkward confrontations at social gatherings. They grant you a +1 item bonus to diplomacy. So this is gonna be like a +1 to whatever I roll. But I slide them up, and I say, esteemed dwarves, we are here not to cause any strife or to try to downplay your role in this great undertaking, but we are looking to settle this dispute in as amicable a way as possible. One of you has already lost some of your hands. I'm sure that this was an arduous journey for you, and there are still more things that we have to overcome. There are greater problems than only this axe, but we are seeking to find a way to please both sides of the party. So if you would please listen to us with an open heart and open mind, we would be greatly appreciative.
River, before she makes her check, I would like to. Can I aid her?
Yes.
I would
how
like
do
to
you do
pull
so?
out. I have a flask of fellowship. I'd like to pull it out of my bag. What it does is it allows me to share drinks with people that I am attempting to. In this case, Undyne is attempting to make an impression on, and as you share drinks with them from the flask of fellowship, it gives you a +1 to your diplomacy check to your make an impression.
Sure, I'm gonna resolve Zondra's first. Zondra, here's the thing: you need to convince them to both drink from the flask. No roll
I can
is
do
needed
that.
to do this. Remember that you are the commander of the army. You can always just force them.
No, I was planning on role playing that. I just wanted to get that out there before.
Yes, I'll
before
if you gesture to do something, I'll wait for you to act.
while you're talking to them, Zondra would just like open up the flask and like have some like cups that she'd start pouring into, and she'll like hand a cup out to each one of them. Would you like a drink?
Do you hand one to Captain Happy, who's again standing behind the dwarves and can also help with this, as he's
Absolutely.
intentionally
I can
it
hand
looks
one to
like
anybody who wants.
intentionally
Anyone
looks
can have a
like
drink.
Captain Happy is standing behind the dwarves, so this way he can subtly like signal to you if needed.
Yep. And the great thing about it is because it's a magical item, it will provide them with whatever drink they most desire. So if that is, as soon as like, I like whatever they want, I pour them like some whiskey, or they want some hot tea, or they want some like, ice cold water with lemon. That's what's in the glass. Whatever they want is what comes out of the flask.
I actually need you to roll me a, this is going to be a really weird check, and I don't want you to ask why you're having to roll it in case you fail. I need you to roll me a recall knowledge medicine. Or a nature would be appropriate as well. Nature, just something to identify what has appeared in Captain Happy's glass.
Do you want me to make it secretive?
It will be secret when you do it in your activities.
Oh, I didn't. I just did a nature check in my through the tower.
No,
on
remember
the
it's
screen.
recall knowledge. I'm going to let you roll that. You should
okay.
see it in activities under the nature tab.
Knowledge identify?
No, there's a recall knowledge nature. Type in nature in the search bar. Or just NAT.
Oh, recall.
Yeah, or
recall.
recall.
You'll see all the recall ones.
Yep.
Oh, there it
And
is.
nature
Okay.
is there.
You're
getting there.
unable to identify whatever it was that appeared in Captain Happy's cup, but the dour captain frowns very heavily at it and pours a thick red liquid out of the cup.
That's weird, considering it's whatever he most desires.
Yes.
Zondra will
Oh,
look at
dear.
it concerned. Did you not want what you got?
We can discuss it later. For now, focus on the task at hand.
Yeah, she was kind of saying that whispered to him while after she handed him the
Yeah,
glass.
he whispered that back.
Gotcha. Okay,
Are,
Zondra will
are
turn and
we
focus
all
back.
there?
Yes, but Captain Happy made an effort to, not do it out very publicly. He kind of turned his back. Zondra could see because she was handing the cup, but the rest of you didn't spot what was going on. You're more
But
preoccupied.
could I smell what's going on?
Roll me a sniff check, perception.
Oh my god!
Sniff it. Sniff it.
Do you want me to
Sniff
just
it
roll
real
like straight
good.
perception?
Yes. Hi, Celine. Hi, everyone.
Okay.
Yeah, just straight perception, unless you get any bonuses to scent.
Bonifizz.
Bonuses.
How good you
Bonifizz.
sniff, girl?
Use those sniffers.
Sniff multi-plural?
You got 2 holes in your nose.
Yeah, but you... I can't. You're
See
further
if
than
there's like
noses, you
anything that I can use to like
Enhance
To
your
increase the
sniffers.
odds of it.
Sniffers.
yeah, for my sniffy.
Enhance snaz.
Enhance sniffy.
I said enhance, damn it!
Well, this is going on because this is a minor thing. The 2 dwarves both agree to drink, no check needed. They're quite pleased with the drink. Each of them, oddly enough, had the exact same amber liquid appear in their glasses, which they drank very pleased. Meaning, what is the effect of drinking from the flask of fellowship?
I get a +1.
Yeah. Bertia gets a +1 on their diplomacy check.
Perfect. And with your magic item, that'll be a total of a +2. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and
You're
roll me your
correct.
check. Well, Podge is gonna roll me a sniff check at any moment. It should be in activities, just some sort of.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Yeah! That's a 30.
Remember, it is
30,
against,
30, babes.
It is against their will, which I'm rolling secretly,
Okay.
meaning that they have a chance to resist this. Podge, you smell the telltale scent of fresh blood.
Yeah, I could have
Oh,
told you
I'm.
that.
Well, I know, but I'm like, I'm trying to do a little scuttle towards the like puddle on the floor of where this blood
Oh
is.
God.
From Happy's cup.
God.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's why I went. Oh.
That's what he
Oh
desires.
no.
That's weird.
Like this man is gonna
like a
look
damp
down
ear or
and
something?
find me like licking the floor like a weirdo.
Happy, as you approach the blood and you kneel down and begin licking it, Happy clears his throat, and in the first time you've ever heard him speak with a strained tone, "May I be dismissed, commanders?"
Oh.
Yes,
No wonder
absolutely.
he's exhausted. He needs
I-
blood.
I'll be.
Oh God.
I think
I'll
our
be-
sweet beloved commander is the Dompier.
I'll be happy to escort. I'll be happy to escort you out if you need it.
I can see myself out. And Podge,
Absolutely.
you look up at Happy, and the very tired captain's eyes, you don't need a sense motive. There is barely contained anger behind them. As the captain turns on his heel and sulks off.
We made him mad.
It was
I'm
the
like-
kind of rage that is, if he didn't excuse himself from the situation, he would have done something stupid.
Oh, so he's upset with himself.
You don't know.
Probably.
You'll have to probably check in with the good captain later, but he's very clearly not happy.
I'm like, I got my tongue on the floor, like, he made a mess. I'm cleaning it up.
It's what I do! Gestures to
He's a maid. Cleaning up.
I'm just doing my job.
Hurry up. Back to the
Yes.
task at hand.
If someone pissed on the floor, you would lick up the piss. I'm just trying to picture this.
Why are you picturing a villain?
Yeah, that's kind of weird, dude.
Look.
It's almost as weird as Valtria, like, earlier on, picturing...
No, please.
didn't even
I'm
say
begging.
anything.
I'm begging you. Genuinely, do not bring that up again.
Alright, back to what's happening. The 2 dwarves, their moods
I was
moods
just gonna
seem
get a good mood again.
immediately improved, Buria. The both of them say a quick line. Spinebreaker says, "As long as this gets to a satisfactory resolution, I'll be satisfied." Axebreaker,
Wow, you don't say.
Axebreaker says, I just want what I'm owed. I sacrificed a lot for this fight. Spinebreaker chimes back in and says, I wasn't given the opportunity, but I would have sacrificed both of my arms for my family's axe back.
Axebreaker,
Aye, Commander.
if you were given adequate compensation with this particular axe, would you be willing to separate from it if we could give you adequate compensation for retrieving it?
No, Commander. This axe is part of my lineage as well. Well, it wasn't given to my clan, which splintered from theirs. I feel as if I earned it in the field of battle, and I'm claiming my right to it.
Well, the problem with that is that you're not the only one with the claim. There are two very reasonable claims that both of you have on this axe. However,
Yes, but
this is not... Oh, sorry.
No, you're the one speaking. I'm interrupting. You don't need to apologize to me.
Well, I appreciate you and your input. She, pats you on the back. I merely mean to say that even though you did earn this axe, we could perhaps procure something of similar value and similar make that isn't a part of your familial lineage, but is still something that you earned fair and square through your valor in battle. You're not the only one with a claim to this axe, so we're trying to find a way to satisfy both of your claims in as reasonable a way as possible.
Of course, and I will agree with anything that the commanders settle on in the end. That doesn't mean I'll be satisfied with it. I'm willing to settle this in combat to defend my right. However, I am aware that every bit of manpower is needed right now. I believe both myself and Spinebreaker can come to terms with that.
What about an arm wrestling competition? Unless you're right-handed. That was careless of me.
She frowns at
Changing, is there some competition that you two could agree to that would not end in the bloodshed of either
A
one of you?
drinking competition, perhaps?
They glance to each other. You're going to need to now make a request check.
I go, ah?
And, okay.
Oh, I use my hero point. We start each session with one, right?
Yes, you do.
Okay, alright, so I'm using my hero point immediately. This is the request, right?
Yep.
Could I also make the check? Because I was the one who suggested it. Up until Burya just said the drinking competition. I was the one who suggested the whole. No. I'm just asking if I could also make the diplomacy check, since I was the one who made the general suggestion.
Yeah.
And she just came up.
Mine.
With specific.
Mine is a total of 18.
This isn't really a group check. I am okay with instead Zandra making the check, but it will overwrite Burya's 16 with the hero point still spent, whether it is higher or lower. Remember to discuss out of character first when people are making checks in these kind of situations.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to go so fast.
No, you're fine. I just in the future.
Let's go.
Not 20.
The two of them agree that as long as it was a competition, that they both had equal chances of winning, that they could make an exception to the law of combat rule and do it through that. Both agree to the deal, and Butler says, that should be sufficient, commanders, if you'd like. I can... this unit. He says, correcting himself, this unit can see to it that the contest is fair, as well as be the arbiter of it.
Butler.
Yes, Commander.
I think you've done enough, and I think you deserve a break. We could probably handle this competition ourselves.
Yes,
so that you
Commander.
can have some rest.
This unit will stand down.
Rest up. You've earned it.
Butler nods and creaks off. You can audibly hear creaking coming from the machine's joints.
Oh, he tired.
Aw.
All right then, commanders, says Axebreaker, what kind of contest will we be participating in? And she glances to Buria and says, preferably not arm wrestling.
I want to cry.
It's
I
good
forgot
natured.
about it. I'm sorry.
It's good natured thanks to Zandra's nat 20. More teasing.
She sheepishly like scratches the back of her neck. Thank you,
Well.
Zandra.
There's always drinking competitions. We could I think,
1-1.
knowing that's always a fun thing for both soldiers and dwarves. Would you two agree to something of that nature?
I could do that. They both say in unison.
All right. I'm sure we can procure enough liquor to make this happen. Do any of you happen to have any on you? Otherwise, we can ask the army to get some of theirs.
Yep, everybody gets beer rations. It's not too hard. You have an excess right now. It's not too hard to tap a few kegs. And I'm just going to roll for it. Spinebreaker gets a 17, and Axebreaker an 18. It's a very, 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 very close contest. And by the end of it, both dwarves are incredibly drunk, with Axebreaker winning in the end. She claims the axe of retribution, and Spinebreaker is very conceivably upset by this, but because of the critical success, he had agreed to the request without any qualifications, and therefore, at the end of the day, the axe legally belongs to Axebreaker now.
I give my 100
Still-
gold to
Yeah.
what's his butt, and say
Spinebreaker, yeah.
you fought well. It was a close call.
I did. And he passes out.
Yeah.
I didn't waste
Well-
any time. Here, have 100 gold, but he's gonna buy.
He just tuck it into his
An
pockets.
idea to give the axe to someone who comes from the Axebreaker clan.
Damn.
Well, now
well,
Spinebreaker
that's all
can finally
sorted.
go on to his wrestling career.
With that sorted, I believe the last thing I need to know as the DM, and we can do this out of character, is just what medals are being given to who.
Yep. So I think.
Goodbye medal.
By
So
the
there
way,
was the-
Axebreaker was in Squad 13, the squad that
Yeah.
had slain the most amount of automatons.
I think we're. So do we decide we're giving out medals, or are we just giving them the one of the items from the gear that we're not keeping?
Well, Axebreaker got the axe now, so that's one problem settled.
True. Well, because there's also Unit 99 that captured that area you're talking about.
Yeah. Remember that central
then-
area that you guys fought really hard in and got chased out of?
Yeah.
That is the area that they captured.
Cool. Gotcha. And then we already handled 27. We're pretty happy with the way we dealt with 27, which was the Mr. Bushytail. Private Bushytail was his name? Was it?
Yeah.
Cool. So then it's just 33. We need to commend those who died, and then make an example by saying that like this is what happens when you break orders and blah blah. 99 and 13. Are we giving them medals? Do you guys want to give them medals?
I think we should.
Okay. For commendable valor or something like that?
Yeah.
What do you guys name the medals?
No fucking clue.
Butler and Happy can always come up with the names if you don't want to roleplay that part.
We can also do it, off session.
Yep.
When we had time to think about it.
Yep.
Okay. Then, yeah, I guess I don't really particularly care about what paying the medals. But we'll give them medals, and then they're getting, we're giving 200 gold to the army, and then I've got a list of things that we're keeping and things that are going back to the army, except for, I think, we're keeping the Bright Shade Poison and the Cinnamon Sears. I think both of those are items that we could also give to the army. Do you guys agree, or do you think we need those?
I think the
Because
cinnamon
we're-
sears were a good thing
we're-
for us to have, but otherwise, yeah, whatever.
Right now, we're keeping the Rune of Ghost Touch, which we're going to meet, the Shrinking Potion, the Bright Shade Poison, the Cinnamon Sears, the Wand of Widening, the Bird Feather Token are all items that we said we wanted.
And the skin saw mask. That is still something that you're
and
keeping.
the Skin Saw Mask, yes.
Because even though they might not use it, that is the kind of item that they could make a lot of money off of, or that they could use as an heirloom or like a battle trophy. So as a note, it is still something that the army might want.
Yep. So we're keeping
People
a
look
lot
cool
of
on the
items
wall.
here. So that's why I'm thinking that we kind of have to, get rid of some of the things that we're keeping. We're keeping currently, I think we're keeping more items than the army. That's why I was
Again,
thinking
I'm
the Bright Shade.
From the skin saw mask.
I think we should.
Slab of meat.
I think we should sort out the things that we actually need and give up the things that we want.
That's what I was thinking. Like, I don't even, like, the Rune of Ghost Touch you guys think is good for me. I don't necessarily need it. It will definitely help me deal more damage, but I don't need it. Right? Because I can still deal damage with my magic weapon.
Right.
But if you
We
guys
need-
think that's a good thing that we should keep, then I'll take it. But otherwise, I'm not trying to take that. The Shrinking Potion, I don't think we need. The Bright Shade Poison, I don't think we need. The Cinnamon Sears, I don't think we need.
Yeah, I don't think we need the potion because we have Scorpius and Hamtaro that we can like put through little spaces too.
Yep,
Mhm.
that's what I was thinking. Okay, so
Yeah, you don't
Mimsy as well,
necessarily
I believe, is a
need Ghost
tiny
Touch, you're
creature.
thaumaturge.
And yeah, you don't need Ghost
And-
Touch. You are a thaumaturge.
exactly, that's what I was
Just
thinking.
like
I don't.
exactly
Yeah, I
what
don't need it. I think we give that to the army as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so then the Bright Shade Poison and the Cinnamon Sears, do we need those?
I don't know if we need the poison.
But we need the Cinnamon
The,
Sears.
the one person that could use the poison is Sly.
Yeah, but Sly, are you even here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Do you want the poison? Will you
Poison
use
for
it?
Cusco?
I don't have the skill
Cusco
for
poison.
it.
Oh.
Oh yeah, because applying
Wow.
the poison is dangerous.
Oh, right, right.
You
Oh,
can
yeah.
poison yourself. So we just give it to the army and have them
Yeah, give
figure
it
it
to the
out.
army.
My thing with the lozenge is that like it has like negative combat value for like the army.
Yeah,
Like, it's
that's
all
why I'm like, I
recall
think it'd be
knowledge stuff.
useful
Don't
for
forget-
us if we're in a.
Your army
a
includes
sitch.
more than only combatants. There are chefs, there are strategists, there are communications experts. It is a proper functioning army. They can make use of stuff like that.
They could always have it as, because it's a knowledge thing, right? So if they lack the expertise for something
True.
in particular, maybe they just get it for that one time, and then it's like, okay, this one thing that really could have fucked us over in like base prep no longer fucks us over. So maybe
That's fair.
Yeah.
because
that's
I
fair.
don't feel like we need to use it either, right?
Yeah, I was
um,
thinking of it more as like a combat thing, but that's very astute.
And
Well, the
yeah,
cauldron is also
like
not
every
really a
knowledge
combat
skill.
thing, and I definitely don't want to bring the cauldron with us.
Yeah, no.
I don't want to bring the cauldron. The walking cauldron sounds like it'd be more of a
have to keep
hassle
them
than it
alive.
would be a help to us.
It's like every time, like, okay, so they need to make this check. Also, by the way, you need to make the check with the cauldron as well. You don't know if you can make it. Oh no.
Yeah. Okay, so the Cinnamon Sears we're giving back to the army. Okay, so as of right now, the things we're keeping are the Wand of Widening, the Skin Saw Mask, and the Bird Feather Token. Do we want the Skin Saw Mask? Like, that was kind of like, oh yeah, we'll destroy it. But if the army can make use of it, I say we give it to the army.
Well, out of character, Scorpius wanted it, right?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
You almost forsaken forsook your familiar.
Almost
I
forsook your
got
boy.
distracted. I got
Your
distracted.
sweet
Sorry,
bean.
My ADHD took too strong a hold of me. So Zandra will like go over to Gloria, who stuck the skin saw mask in her back. So Scorpius had a request for the
Yes.
mask.
Is he
Instead
gonna
of
eat it?
destroying it, Zandra turns and looks at Podge, who she didn't even realize had walked up and joined the conversation.
Classic.
Hello. I don't think he plans on eating it. I think he's.
Scorpius
what he
has
wants to
no
do with it.
mouth.
He can't eat it.
Oh.
One, he can't even use it, but he has a desire to use it.
I would like to know Scorpius's plans. If you're able to
I-
figure out what they
I
might be.
understand that
Requested
desire.
that he not have to tell me.
Well, can we request that he tell you anyway?
Scorpius, they would like to know anyways.
Scorpius feels a kinship with the mask.
Aww.
He says he feels a kinship with the man.
Aw, that's cute.
Why?
I too feel
Hey.
a
Why does he
kinship with
feel a
weird
kinship with
objects.
this evil skin mask?
A skinship.
Zandra will. Zandra doesn't know if he can hear English, like words, or if he can only communicate telepathically.
Scorpius has ears.
No mouth, but ears.
Okay, so why do you feel a kinship to it then?
Scorpius wishes to live within it.
He wants to use it as a home. Wants to live within it.
Oh, I love that for him.
He's not a hermit crab. How does this work? I'm confused. How will he carry his home around? Where is it going to go?
Scorpius, Scorpius, this now becomes very important to me as well, because currently you're using my boobs as a home. Do you intend to keep the mask inside my boobs, or do you finding a new home?
Scorpius will stuff it in your bra when it is not being used.
Okay, when it's just my bra not being used, I still don't know how I feel about having
No,
a
no,
skin
no, no.
mask.
When the mask is not being used.
Oh,
Scorpius will stuff it in your bra. What the fuck? This is getting worse and worse. The more you open your mouth.
The more you're talking about this, the less I am inclined to give this to you.
It is why
Perhaps that's why he
Scorpius
didn't want to
requested
communicate it.
to not communicate. Exactly, yes.
Well, I'm very glad that we communicated. Scorpius, I would be willing to give it to you if you had other intentions, or had no intention of making me deal with it. I have
Scorpius has no pockets. And he clicks his little glass claws at you. How is
What if-
Scorpius supposed
Well-
to carry Scorpius's belongings?
So,
two little glass
I-
claws sticking out through my cleavage, just clicking.
What were you gonna say, Valentin?
I have a question. Since I have the magical crafting feat, could I potentially just try to alter this mask a little bit so I could put it on Scorpius as like a diaper?
In theory, yes.
Make it like a little satchel.
Yeah, like a little satchel, so then he has like a little pocket.
A satchel made out of other people's skin, yes, okay.
Yes.
Specifically faces.
That
wow.
will still have a
I
different
love this.
magical effect then, but yes, he would have
The
a very...
Necrosatchicon.
He would have a very evil bag made out of faces.
The face. It's not a backpack. It's a face pack.
You know how there's like the really like prissy ladies that have their dogs in a little like purse next to them.
Oh,
It's
no.
me, but I've got a skin-based purse that I keep my scorpion in.
You know
yeah.
that just gives energy.
Valentin, are you
I mean,
offering
if-
that
compassion.
in character so Scorpius can hear?
Yeah, sure. I'll say. Well, I could always try to refashion it. So instead of it being like a mask, I could turn it into something that is more used to your little buddy, and will also not be an actual hindrance to your movements in any sort of way, Zandra.
Scorpius clicks his claws with joy.
I'm okay with this. This bag, Chanel.
Yeah.
That was her name
Bria
before she got turned
facepalms.
into the bag.
Yeah.
As long as this isn't being used,
Well,
if in the magical sense, I'm okay with it getting out of the hands of those who would abuse it. Does that sound fair?
I think we're
Scorpius
giving it a
has
brand
no
new
hands.
purpose.
Oh my god.
It has no, he says he has no hands. He cannot misuse it. He cannot go into the wrong hands.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Art channel on the Hero Factory Discord for an actual masterpiece.
I love Scorpius so much.
There's
I
not
fully
enough
support
face.
this.
There's not
I
enough
support
faces on that bag. There should be like the screaming face on it. Anyway,
Just like
yeah.
a nose.
Yeah,
Swiss kill me.
Okay,
Yeah, I'll
some
make this into
hair.
a nightmare bag.
Scorpius is keeping the skin saw mask. We're keeping the bird feather token as a party for use at some point. We're keeping the wand of whiting for either Podge or Oasis to use at some point. And that is it. And the gold. All the other items are going to the army.
I think that's
Cool.
solid.
River, do you need me to write that down for you somewhere, or do you got that?
I got that. Just add the items to your inventories, the ones that you're keeping.
Should I add them to the party sheet or something?
No,
Because
you can just pull
some
them
of-
directly from the items.
Okay, who wants to take the items then? Valentin, do you want to take the bird feather token? As our tactical leader, you'd be the one probably to send out the message.
Yeah, probably, but also I have a tendency to get myself into trouble a lot, so maybe I won't be, disposition to send the message when it needs to. But sure, I'll take the feather token. Worst case scenario, I can use it to call for aid when I inevitably get captured or kidnapped again.
Perfect, sounds good.
Hilariously enough, Valentin across all my games holds the record for his characters being kidnapped the most often.
Well, he is also in the most games, so it's just statistically more
Oh no,
likely for him
even
to
with
be
that
able to-
ratio, it's like a weirdly amount of times he's been kidnapped.
Yeah, well, you are also the DM, so you're the one who's deciding that happens.
Uh-oh.
I do put myself in very kidnappable situations. I need to protect my friends. I will lead off the enemy on a wild goose chase, and you guys can escape. Oh no, I've been captured again.
Oh,
The
yeah, no.
inhumanity.
99% of the time that he gets captured, I had no kidnapping plot prepared. He just found a way to get himself kidnapped.
Oh god.
Okay, and then the Wand of
It's a
Widening,
king.
Podge or Oasis, either one of you just take that and put in your inventory.
Would you like
And
to
then
hold
is the
the
gold
wide
on the
wand,
list?
Oasis?
I
Well,
physically
Wide wand.
Pod should hold it since Podge is the only
If
one
you
who
guys-
wants
How,
to use
how
it.
wide
Yeah.
is the Wand of Widening?
Phoebe has said several times Oasis doesn't actually have any use for it because nothing Oasis
Oh.
does
Then
is
I will
spells.
hold it. I imagine it's like a paper towel roll.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That's
you know,
a good
I went with the
size.
safest option there.
That's...
I took
That's
the
a
high
good
road
size.
for once. For the
Instead of saying
Let
bad
it be known.
Wandin,
But like,
Let it be
see, like
known.
when you take the higher road, because we're so used to you taking the low road, we all know what you would say anyway.
Yes.
So.
This is the one time in my life I took the high road.
The wand is
Usually 'cause
strangely
I can't
phallic
reach it.
shaped.
Great. I will use it for widening
It'll have
purposes.
many uses. It'll
Yeah.
have many uses.
Chat,
Okay.
Valentin is the kind of guy you can take home to your parents in a burlap bag.
Oh my god.
Okay, and then each of us add 100 gold to
Um.
our inventory, except for Birdie. Wait, was it Birdie that gave away her 100 gold?
Burger gave it away to Spinebreaker. I'm going to
Yeah.
give my gold away to the army, so...
Okay, well, everybody who wants their gold can take their gold. If you want to give it away, that's your gold to give. I have no
Yeah, I'm
issues.
taking that gold. We're like, well, we need to get those armor potency rooms.
Yeah, we need to. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, you guys are like, where are we gonna? Like, I feel like we have good use for this money. I don't know. It's not like we've been winning these combats so handedly that I'm not like looking at getting better stuff.
Yeah, but I just don't find a use for it right now. I'd rather find more gold down the line when it's not gonna be a useful tool to improve our army's morale.
You're welcome to give away your money as you see fit. It is your money to hand out. I will hold on to mine. And I believe that is all of those issues handled, River, unless you have anything else, or think that it is not.
No,
Do you want
meaning
us to
that...
anything else right now?
Yes, two things. One, I'm going to have a nighttime scene for everybody before we move to army planning phase. And now would be the time if anyone wanted to speak to Happy about his behavior.
I would like to actually talk to Happy, because I do feel a little bad that he was angry at me for cleaning.
Sure. He's already set up his personal tent. Who's going to go speak with him? Podge? Podge is already headed that way. Is anyone going with her?
I mean, I don't know if I want to say I'm heading there with her. I think I'd rather just be on standby and talk to him when she's done. And, try to get it for myself if needed. I guess I'll just be hiding outside.
Okay.
I will not be joining them.
All right, Podge. You enter into Happy's tent after politely calling, asking permission to enter. And when you come in, Happy is standing in kind of the middle of the tent. There is shattered glass shards on a nearby table and the floor. His hand is wrapped in a cloth that wasn't there at the meeting, and you can see a bit of blood dripping from it. On the table is a mirror that has been shattered. He looks at you from his tired, darkened eyes. How can I help you, Commander?
And I'm kind of like looking down like a little bit like, I guess subserviently, which I'm the commander, that's weird, but made reasons. Mr. Happy, sir, was my, cleaning not satisfactory to you? I can clean that up too if you like.
He glances at the broken mirror, and his shoulders were tense. They droop, and he does a big exhale. No, it's fine. I'm sorry for my behavior.
I mean, if you want to talk about it, you looked so upset, and I feel really bad. I was just trying to do my job, I know I'm a commander now. I just, old habits.
I understand, but it wasn't your fault that I got angry.
I don't want to pry into your personal business, but I've dealt with my fair share of strange and interesting occurrences of let's just say I'm used to being looked differently upon. So I just want you to know that, I don't think any differently of you.
I appreciate that.
Okay. Well, as long as you're not upset, and if you ever need anything, you know, I'll be the most dutiful maid I can be.
The captain glances around his tent. You become aware of how Spartan it is. There is very little accommodations here. Nothing to really make someone comfortable. The bare bones that a soldier in the field would need. Bed, blanket, not even a pillow, and a small chest that likely contains most of his gear and equipment. The broken mirror is the only real bit of decoration, and because of the shaving equipment beside it, it looks like he probably only uses that, too, for shaving. He looks around this uncomfortable room, and with a very, again, that normal exhausted, tired, haven't slept in a week expression. I have everything that I need here, Commander. Thank you.
Well, if that's the case, then I guess I'll leave you to it. But are you sure you don't want me to clean that up? I can just... And I summon telekinetic hand.
It's my mess, Commander.
Okay. Podge looks really like, I don't know how to handle someone telling me not to clean up their mess, but kind of, you could, like, he can see the gears turning, and then she's like, nods and exhales. Okay. And she just kind of like bows her head and nods. Good night then.
Podge, you scuttle out and you notice Valentin waiting outside the tent.
Damn.
I'm
That's
like
one nice
having my
car.
head behind a barrel, peeking my head just out, like, how did it go?
My telekinetic hand does the you know, like the so motion, where you just kind of like rock your hand.
Wait, hang on. Let me roll a recall knowledge check. Where is it? It's in... Where is it? Society. Recall society. I don't
Hi,
know
Grim.
this
Thank you so much
commoner
for coming.
thing.
You
So
succeed.
I know the so... Okay. Okay. Woo! I know the so-so sign. Okay. Ah. I see. You did your best. I pat her head.
I actually, my expression like lightens a little bit at that.
Carry on. And I guess I'll go fucking bother him a bit.
You walk into his tent after politely announcing yourself, and he is currently sweeping up shards of glass. You can see his hand is bandaged, as I had mentioned before, and there's a little bit of blood still, like, dripping from underneath the bandage. It looks like it must have been a pretty deep cut.
Yeesh. I don't remember if I have medicine. No, I don't have medicine, so I can't make that better. Captain Haps.
Commander Dolke.
Close enough. You're a good officer. You have done an amazing job getting all of these refugees and other sort of non-combatants ready for combat, and many of them have excelled on the battlefield. You have taken many strides into making sure that this mission is a success. So, From the bottom of my heart, I thank you for all of the hard work you've put in so far.
I appreciate the gratitude, Commander.
And I want you to know and understand that if there is something from your past that is haunting you, that you think could become a problem in the future, I would rather know about it ahead of time so that we may help you succeed in overcoming that past if needed.
Sounds like a request.
Yes, not my strongest.
A stretch, thanks. That felt nice.
Hang on. Okay. I'm just gonna make sure if I can't do my big thing for this. Da. Oh, wait, where the fuck is it?
Podge, I know you have to go soon. You can tell me add a character in the chat about which of the plot lines and hooks you wanted to go through.
Oh, yes, I will do it.
Yeah, so whenever you go, that way we still have your vote at least. I'll send you a short description of the Eyes in the Dark one. So this way, even though the plot hook for that hasn't happened yet, you'll have a general idea of what it is.
Oh, well, I can't figure out if I have it yet or not, so I'm
Okay.
gonna look it up on my free time. For now, I'll just make the roll as normal. Which was here. Here's a request. It's not the best request, so I think I'll be using my hero point. Not my best work. A much better work.
He looks to you. I'm a very hateful man, Commander. My actions in the past caused my wife to leave me, my children to alienate themselves from me, and the loss of my friends and personal relationships. I fight because I like to fight. I throw myself entirely into my job and position in this army because it is what I want to do. When Zandra handed me the cup earlier, the blood of my ex-wife's new husband appeared in it.
Whoa, shit! I don't say that in a character. Oh, wow. Whew. Okay,
I am a
go on.
very hateful man, Commander. It will not be a problem. My past is behind me. Everything here that I have now is what I want. And I am focused and ready for what comes next.
I'm gonna make a motion to put a hand on his shoulder, if he'll let me.
Yeah, he doesn't prevent you from doing so.
And then I'm just going to... I'm going to give him a hug.
Oh boy.
It's like hugging a stiff board. He doesn't really make any effort to hug back at first. And then, like, he gives an awkward kind of half hug as if, like, he just didn't really know what to do. You can roll me a sense motive.
Might need to roll a sense motive on myself with this.
But yeah, chat, I bet that wasn't the outcome any of you really expected for Happy. Yeah, you're not certain the last time he was hugged. You feel it's been quite some time. Either way, you're unable to read if he's appreciative or not, or if, like, you're crossing a boundary that he doesn't want you to cross, but he goes with the motion anyways.
Anyway, I'm going to awkwardly, let go of the hug and cuff into my hand. I appreciate you confiding in me. I understand the sort of burden you might have on yourself, but please take care to rest every once in a while as well. It's not good for us to keep bottling up emotions, telling ourselves that we're going to be fine, when, in fact, we are not fine.
Commander, with all due respect, I am aware that I am not fine. However,
well,
I am capable. I am focused. I will get the job done. Like a candle flame, I will burn brightly until the end.
Well,
your
try
concern is appreciated, Commander, but I believe that you have more pressing matters to worry about than my trauma.
Well, maybe, but one thing I don't want to worry about is one of the officers in my army suddenly breaking down, which is why, please, take care and take the rest you need when you need it and can. You don't need to burn out faster than you need to. There's plenty of other candles to keep light.
His normal dour frown and tired expression twitches in, like, what looks to be at least an attempt at a grin, as he says, "My liquor rations are plenty to deal with my problems. Thank you, Commander."
At ease, soldier. And, I'm going to awkwardly stumble out.
As you awkwardly stumble out, by then he's finished cleaning up the mess of the mirror that he broke, and dumps it into a nearby receptacle.
After I exit, I just quickly open up my journal again. I note down a few notes. Okay, so still have plenty to learn about commerce, Valentin. So, the page open is like one of those diagrams where it's like, you know, when you have like two paths after like a question, yes or no, all right, and then it leads into another box, and then there's a yes or no one. That's basically a diagram. Yeah, he's got a flowchart of human interactions with commoners.
Oh, God.
So,
hugging them randomly. Do they appreciate it?
hug.
No.
Chat says,
question mark.
utterly emotionally broken men, one of my favorite genders.
Wait, that's all of us.
I have, I'll share this with you. I have artwork of, Happy, by the way. It's very, very old.
Oh,
artwork.
yeah. It's really old and it's really funny.
It's very, very old artwork someone did of Captain Happy. He's an NPC I bring up every now and then. He's gone through some different iterations over the years. I really like this iteration of him. Where is it? There it is.
Anyway.
So in case you wanted to get a better look at what he looks like.
He has a very different demeanor now. I will say
He has
that.
a very different demeanor. Back when I first did him originally, that is what it was. I'll post in the art channel for you guys too. But he doesn't. He's not.
That's
he's
great.
not. He's not angry like he was in his first iteration. Now he's just depressed, and he
no.
keeps
Jade
his anger under wraps. But yes, As he said,
just like us all, man, for real, for real.
As he said, he is a very hateful man. This is that's what he looks like for you guys who want to draw him. Except more tired, less angry these days, and a little bit more pepper in his gray hair.
So those brows are furrowed the other way. So it's like really sad.
Damn.
Oh, hey, he's got about as many gray hairs as you do, River.
Thanks, guys. All right, and with that, you come back to the group. What's the rest of everybody doing? Are we ready for me to move the scene on, or is there anything else that you'd like?
I think we're Gucci.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Yeah, we're done with everything.
Yeah, I'm
for
Gucci.
All right, with you guys all being Gucci, you all head to bed tonight. None of you really need to do a watch duty. You're in the middle of the army. They have scouts. You guys are kind of in the center of it.
I do have a question. Like, what is the bedding situation? Like, is it rooms, or do we just have tents, or what's the sort of idea, or is there a certain headquarters set up for us?
That's kind of up to how you guys wanted to arrange it. The army does have limited supplies, but you do have enough tents that you could have individual ones. You could have a command tent that you all bunk in. You could sleep with the troops. Someone could ask Captain Happy to make himself a bunk bed, and you guys could sleep in his room, I guess. All sorts of different ways.
I guess I'll just return to my old camp tent that was in this area. Oh no, wait, we moved since then. Never mind. We're not there yet. Nothing.
Yep. So I'm assuming that where you guys sleep is in an officer's command tent, all in the same area.
Sure.
Probably.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Mm-hmm. Regardless, as you are going to bed that night, who has the highest perception in the group? Gotta add you guys all to the party sheet. Forgot to do that.
Who has the highest wisdom? My perception's not great.
I'll be able to check.
Not bad.
In a
It's just not
moment.
great.
I have a +10. Oh, sorry, +12.
Yeah, it's better than mine.
Better than mine.
Yeah, I had to take a feat for it because inventors don't get perception.
Yes, exactly like that. Actually, Lorelei, thank you so much. I actually really like that artwork of him. I love it when I get artwork of my NPCs. I get it so rarely.
No! Oh no!
Oh no, he's hot. Yeah.
It's like an older, sadder Valentin.
It's your future.
It's your future.
Oh no! It's like I'm looking into my future. I can't.
That's
who
why
cracked the
highest?
mirror.
Valentin, right? Highest perception was Valentin, or is it Oasis?
Where's my actual?
Might be Sly.
Oasis has a
Mine's a
plus
12.
11. Sly has the most. Sly, as you're headed to the command tent where you sleep, you notice something out of the ordinary. Rats have kind of been around the area. They're everywhere. They're always around. But a weird one catches your eye. It is an albino rat with a scar in place of its right eye. It is seated at the very lip of that hole in the middle of the outpost. It catches your gaze. The both of you lock eyes, and then it runs down the side of the inner part of the pit.
Huh.
Don't tell me it's the one reaction we get out of it. It's a fucking rat, a white rat with a scar over its eye. You just go, huh.
Also, over that mysterious pit that the Cadron forces have told you was not there originally in Forewarned. That used to be all solid ground. Are you doing anything, Sly, or is it just and then you go about your
I don't know what I'm supposed to do about a rat.
You could do whatever you want about the rat. You could talk to it about other people. You could go over and see where the rat was. You could ask anybody if they've seen an albino rat around the camp. You could just go to fucking sleep if you wanted. I'm prompting you. It's up to you to tell me what you do. It's not something that you have to do. It's something that you can choose to do. Roleplay. It roleplay.
What would you do if you saw an albino rat with a scar over its eye over a pit that dark forces emerged from before?
I'd give it a high five and a peanut butter cracker.
You have the
Oh hell yeah, the peanut butter cracker.
I'll go look at the
have
hole.
it.
You walk over to the hole. You glance down the massive, deep, dark pit. You have dark vision, right?
Yeah.
You're able to see quite deep down, but even with your expert eyes, eventually it just fades into darkness. You can see the rat. It is kind of at the edge of your vision, and it's still clinging to the inner wall of the pit, which is jagged stone. It glances back to you, and again, it locks its eyes with you, and then two more rats come out of the darkness, joining it. Before all three of them turn away and fade from your vision as they go deeper into the pit.
I mean, I guess for now I'll just walk away. I mean,
Alright,
as far as I can tell, they're just rats.
for sure. And then does everybody head to bed this evening?
Yes, because
Yeah, I
I
think
must
so.
go.
Okay. Podge, I do need to borrow Hamtaro for something this evening.
You may borrow him.
Perfect. Alright. Everyone's going to bed. Anyone doing any more roleplay or chatting?
I mean, like,
I will
like
catch you guys
always.
later.
Goodbye.
Thanks for coming, Podge.
Bye
Bye-bye.
bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
As always, before I go to bed, I stay up way too late, just drawing up schematics and shit.
Scorpius
and then
sits on your notebook expectantly, the little mask clutched in his hands.
Oh, right, I need to work on this too, huh? I need to dedicate time and effort to this.
Scorpius holds out the mask at you.
Oh, right, Maybe we need to work out some way of you to communicate with others without going through Xandra if it's something like this. I take out a little feather pen and I try to see if he can hold it in his pincers. Actually, I don't even know if he can write. I don't know what I'm doing.
Scorpius takes the feather pen, but squeezes it too hard. It's snipped in half by his claw.
I don't know what I expected.
Scorpius raises both of his claws and then lowers them in your direction.
You want a piece?
Scorpius just stares at you with his glass eyes.
Okay, I guess I take Scorpius and I put it on my head.
What's your AC?
Oh shit. Well, I guess I'm unarmored at the moment, so
And probably flat-footed.
is flat-footed a thing in
That's
Hey,
one
thanks
nice
for the
cock.
follow, Akito Akuma.
Let me just unequip my my armor. Where the fuck is it? There. My AC is 21.
Your AC is 21. Scorpius snips at you, but doesn't deal any actual damage. It's just he kind of pinches your ear as if this is not exactly what he wanted.
Okay, I take him back off of my head and put him down. Look, what do you want me to do? I don't speak Scorpion. Do you know how to write? Like, do you understand text?
Scorpius stares at you with no real way of communicating.
Okay, can you wiggle your tail up and down if you know how to read?
His tail sways side to side.
Okay, he can't read, so then he can't write.
You said wiggle the tail like he could read, right?
No, move it up and down.
Oh, sorry, he moves
if
it
he
up
waves,
and down.
it's going side to... Oh, okay.
But then it
right.
also goes side to side suddenly. You could roll me a sense motive. Okay, so in theory, he can in fact read. However, being a scorpion, his eyes are on the top of his head. Meaning that he's going to require a unique setup to actually be able to read any paper. They would have to be suspended above him or in front of him for him to see it. He can't look down being a scorpion.
Okay, so...
He has no neck.
I need to write a note. I need to write a note, and I need to make it public so that people can help me remind myself. Invention for Scorpius.
So yeah, he can.
Step 1.
He can, in theory, read.
Go to Happy and ask for a shard of the mirror he broke. Step 2. Create Scorpius-sized helmet with glass shard attached angled downwards. Step 3. I guess he can use his tail as like a calligraphy pen. So, step 3. Tail. Scorpion. Tail. Calligraphy. Step 4. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Step 5. Profit. Okay. That's another part. This is going to be one hell of a fucking contraption with this with this fucking mask.
Scorpius clicks at you.
I do the Jack finger snapping back as like a clapping thing back. Look, I'm trying to figure out how to communicate with commoners, and now I gotta communicate with Scorpions too. It's so hard being a noble.
Scorpius pinches your ear again.
God. Good boy! That's my boy!
Alright, and then eventually do you go to bed, Valentin, and everybody else?
Yeah, eventually.
time.
Alright, give me a moment to change the music. None of you
yeah,
get a
that's
particularly
Skyrim's game.
long rest.
Oh my god.
Zandra, you are woken up by Scorpius in your mind. Imposter! Scorpius will slay you! And you kind of like jolt up immediately. And fighting in the center of the tent, squealing and making sounds, are 3 different creatures that all of you are familiar with. Hamtaro is fighting another Hamtaro. The 2 hamsters look exactly the same and are tearing into each other bloodily.
Oh no!
Scorpius is locked claws with a glass scorpion that looks exactly like them. So much
Oh,
to the
God.
extent that you can't tell which is the real Scorpius. And lastly, and probably most worryingly, Valentin's Flash Beetle is currently flying directly into another Flash Beetle that looks directly like it. They keep bumping into each other like, you know, two flies flying at each other head first. And both of them are getting brighter with every headbutt.
Oh dear lord! This is a disaster! Oh my god, I'm muted. Am I? Okay,
No,
no.
We heard every single
Got
one.
you.
For a second, I thought I was muted this whole time. I was like, oh god! Okay, so no, Zandra immediately jumps up. I need help! Like, cause there's other people in the tent, right?
Oh yeah, all of you are woken by this sudden scream, and you all notice the tiniest combat ever going on in the middle of the combat, the command tent.
Zandra immediately tries to gently grab the Hamtaros so that they stop murdering each other.
As you pick one up, the other one lunges at it, still shrieking in fury and rage.
I've got two hands, don't I? I was trying to pick up one with each hand.
Roll me a sleight of hand doesn't exist anymore. What is it now? A thievery? Roll me a thievery to successfully grab both of them. I don't think a grapple is appropriate here.
Okay.
Yeah, because you're trying to grab at them. Are you trained in thievery?
River, as a class that has, you know, I've got many skills that I'm good at. I want you to know that of all the skills, there are 3 that I'm not trained in. Thievery is one of them.
Grabbing them. So the reason I'm saying a thievery, grabbing them is not difficult. They are fucking hamsters. They can't really fight back against it. What they can do is bite the shit out of the hand holding them. So the thievery is to grab them in a way that's safe for your hands.
Okay, how about instead of rolling the thievery, because it's going to fail, instead I immediately turn around, I look and I just grab my gauntlets and I put my gauntlets on, so that even if they do try and bite me, they're biting into like thick leather or. Let me know when it's good. Oh, I disconnected
No, you
from
don't.
the server. Oh no.
Oh, he's back.
My back?
It's
Yes.
Okay,
Guess
good.
who's back?
Yeah, it looks like you're
I
good.
think the worst implication for this is that the interaction I had with the Scorpius could have been with a fake.
Yeah, it could have been. Who knows?
So
I feel like River's like, I didn't think of that, but that's a good idea.
In the time, I think of everything.
Stealing it.
In the time that you go and you grab your gauntlets, the fight progresses. Both the beetles are now bright red. As
By the
everyone
way, I
else is
did-
getting up.
Do you want us to roll initiative or something, or are we just
No.
acting on our own?
No, we're just acting on our own. This is all happening really quickly. So the beetles are now both red, like bright red. Scorpius is still struggling. You're not certain which is which. As you're getting your gauntlets, as the two hamsters are ripping into each other, only one Scorpius would have the mask if he hadn't given it to Valentin to work with. That is correct. Lorelei. Scorpius, in your head, Zandra, says, Scorpius is the one on the left!
Wait, his
my
left
left
or
or your
my
left?
Oh god.
The two Scorpius, this is actually a scene that I had planned, both unlock from each other, and they, like, quickly raise both of their claws up, and then Scorpius says, Scorpius cannot make an L.
Because Scorpius doesn't lose.
So you got your Valtria gets her gauntlets on as the first action she does. Zandra. Valentin, Sly, Burry, and Oasis, I want to know what each of you are doing.
What's happening? I'm just
Stop them from
sorry,
biting!
period.
Can
I'm
I
just
roll a
gonna-
thievery to try to grab the 2 flash bugs?
Sure, yeah, roll me a palm and object.
Palm an object.
No, don't hurt my baby!
Mama
I'm trying to do it. That's why he's using thievery, presumably. Oh, do you have you have your hero point, right?
Yeah, I do.
That's illegal, kitty.
Break it, the laws. Don't be a dickums. Be a nice.
Alright, hero point, reroll it. Don't get a 1. With a 24, you successfully grip both of the beetles.
And do we have some way to restrain the beetles, like a bucket?
Yeah, there's tons
Preferably
of buckets.
2.
There's tons of equipment and
Or
buckets
jars or
around
something?
this tent.
Do we have any mason jars?
Yeah,
I'm just gonna go kick over 2 buckets so they're upside down and shove 1 beetle under each and then just sit on them.
sure,
Yeah,
you do
I'll
so.
put. Yeah.
The beetles are very quickly contained. Burya and Oasis and Valentin. Let's see. I heard Burya trying to speak. I'm gonna go with her first.
Shit.
The 2
Okay, but
Scorpiuses are fighting, and one of them is clearly beginning to lose.
I would like to place. Hang on. I thought I had something I didn't. You could go with someone else for the time being, because my brain just completely blanked.
Okay, Valentin or
Sorry.
Oasis. There's still 2 hamsters fighting to the death, quite ferociously too. I don't know if you've ever seen hamsters fight or anything.
Oh,
it's
they're
scary.
Yeah, that's why I went for them first.
Yeah, they do
had
not
hamsters.
fuck around. Blood and fur flying everywhere.
They eat their own kids. I wouldn't fuck around with a hamster.
Yeah.
If I was hamster size, a hamster would be like top of my list of things not to mess with.
Hamsters. if
Compared
you've
to the
ever had
2 mini
hamsters, are, like,
fireballs?
Yeah, but you contained those.
growing up with
Actually,
hamsters is
you know what?
traumatizing.
I will say this, by the way. I have a distinct memory of a certain skeleton putting these explosive bugs in a bucket for several rounds, and then one of them ending up exploding.
That was because we drowned them.
That might be it.
Right.
Anyway.
Wow. I'm gonna go with Phoebe first because I feel like Phoebe hasn't had a lot of actions this session. So Phoebe.
I was just saying, is there any way to like anything I could do to try to like determine which is the real Scorpius?
Yeah, you could always do the action to try to see through an illusion to see if this is an illusion. You could try to do all sorts of different stuff. Just tell me however you'd want to try to see which one's the real one.
Probably do something similar. I'm gonna look for the perception tree. If I can find it, but I can't.
The perception tree. So what you're saying is that
Stop!
it's
The
gonna-
perception test is a something test. Hate it.
Any ideas, Phoebe?
I mean, yeah, I'd like to like, what's it called? Like try to like see through and like disbelieve an illusion.
Sure, yes, that's an activity, correct? Disbelieve illusion?
Are we meeting next week or in 2 weeks?
How do you do that action for that? We should be meeting next week, yeah.
Oh, you could use a sense motive. You try to tell whether a creature's behavior is abnormal. Choose one creature and assess it for odd body language, signs of nervousness, and other indicators that it might be trying to deceive someone.
Gain a hero point on Dime.
Yay.
Would that be correct, Oasis, for disbelieving an illusion?
I don't know about an illusion, but if it's not an illusory, if there's some kind of behavioral thing, like difference between one and the other, you might be able to discern which one is the real Scorpius or which one is the real Hamtaro. As far as illusions, it might be more Arcana based, I would think.
Phoebe?
Yeah, usually it's like if you like seek or like spend actions to like engage with the illusion, stuff like touching it or something.
But this
Okay.
is a unique situation.
Yeah, give me a sense motive then, just for that. You are unable to tell which one is the real one.
I would like to do the same thing because this is what I was thinking about, but I didn't know what action
On which?
it would be.
Scorpius or the hamsters?
I'm gonna do Hamtaro.
Okay. You are able to tell which is the real one for a moment. However, the fury that they're fighting, I also am going to need a follow-up standard perception check for seek or
Secret?
search. Seek or search. It will be an action. Just any sight-based check.
Oh, okay.
Because you need to keep track of which is which. As
Okay.
It's very clear. Oh wow! Critical success. Yeah. One of the Hamtaros, the blood that is flying everywhere, seems to be slightly discolored. And as you watch it more, hamsters generally fight with their teeth. And they bite and they fight. The other one that you suspect is not a real hamster is attacking as if it was used to fighting with claws.
I'm gonna run up and I'm gonna scoop up the real Hamtaro, and I'm going to cast Lay on Hands to heal it.
Aw, that's sweet of you. How many hit points do you put into the hamster?
Probably 10. I don't know how many hit points a small creature like this would have.
Less than 10, but I'll take 10.
Oh,
because it's what you committed to. The
All
Hamtaro
right.
looks better than they ever have in their entire life. The other hamster goes for your feet, and you're not wearing boots.
Okay.
Let's see. Valentin, what are you doing?
Well, as I said earlier, when I have a distinct memory of, the bugs, exploding, I also have a very distinct memory of me also having to deal with this puzzle of there's an imposter among us and, picking the worst option of just shooting one of them. So I'm going through a PTSD period right here.
Got it.
I think, So I just saw Burias picked up one of the hamsters and healing it, right?
It looks like Lay on Hands actually works differently from... I think you're thinking about 5th edition Lay on Hands versus Pathfinder. When I'm healing, it's a set pool. But I don't think I'm choosing the amount, because it says... If I'm laying on hands on a willing target, I restore 6 hit points. If the target's one ally, they also gain a +2 status bonus to AC for 1 round. I deal damage if it's undead. The amount of healing increases by 6, and the damage to undead also increases by 1d6 for each.
Understood.
Thing. Okay.
All right. So Valentin's going through a PTSD moment. Oasis, back to you. Anything? I want to come to you because all you did was roll a sense motive.
I don't know what else to do.
Okay. Zandra, you've got your gauntlets on, you turn around, you see that Buria is being attacked by a hamster, not hamster, and Scorpius is grappling with the other Scorpius.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna try and deter Scorpion, I'm thinking, if one's an imposter, only my Scorpius will be able to communicate with me telepathically. And so she'll telepathically talk to Scorpius. Wiggle your tail back and forth so I know which one is you is real.
Both of them, their tails are currently, dueling like rapiers to try to find a point where they could crack the other one open.
Okay, I stick my gauntleted hand between the two of them.
You do so. The glass tails kind of both clang against your gauntlet, and then immediately the one on the side closest to you turns to you. And it turns to you, and as it does, that one's the imposter, you hear in your head.
Wiggle your tail! Wiggle your tail! Let me know!
The one that is on the other side of your gauntlet wiggles its tail. The one nearest to your gauntlet is wiggling its tail too, but more in a aggressive motion. Scorpius in your head says, "Let the imposter go! Scorpius will slay it!" And you're not certain which is which still, because unfortunately Scorpius really wants to fight still, it sounds like.
I'm kind of tempted to just let him do his battle, because it sounds like he really wants to, but I'm worried that he might, If I let you fight him, do you promise to let me know if it starts to go bad, and I'll step in for you?
Scorpius wants fight! Scorpius kill!
I'm believe you, but I gotta protect you. So you gotta let me. Do you promise?
Yes.
Okay. Zandra raises her hand and goes for the hamster that's at Bernia's feet and grabs it.
You
And just
dive-
let Scorpius.
You dive for the hamster, grabbing the fake one, as the Scorpiuses surge forward. One of them keeps running after you, Zandra, and as such, we're gonna call them Scorpius 1 and 2. Scorpius 1 is chasing you, Zandra. Scorpius 2 comes up behind it, gets its claws underneath Scorpius 1, and like flipping a table, flips Scorpius 1 upside down. Scorpius 2 drives its tail into the gut of Scorpius 1, and you hear in your head, "Ah!" As
Wait, that could have been a death.
Scorpius
That could be a death scream.
Scorpius 1's glass cracks, and blood drips out.
Scorpius 1 shouldn't have any blood, right? Or Scorpius wouldn't have any blood, right? You've told me that he's literally just glass.
You've never seen him get hurt.
Well, yeah, when you gave him to me, you told me that he was...
He is just glass, yeah. He's just a glass scorpion.
Yeah, so can I roll some sort of check to, like, I guess maybe our...
A perception, please.
Perception?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Oh, one sec. I guess my character sheet closed. Didn't mean to do that.
WWE music intensifies.
Hidden or not hidden?
Oh my god, Sting came back for one last match.
Hidden or not hidden?
It will always be secret. Just roll me your secret search or whatever it is. Okay. You notice that the Scorpius that was just killed, the glass body is beginning to shift as it loses its structure. And you watch as the glass morphs into flesh, revealing a fat rat. Where the
Is it the white one with the scar on its face?
Nope, just a regular-looking, big, fat, chunky rat.
I love the way you're saying fat and chunky to describe it. It's very emphasized and it's so good. A big old rat boy.
With the fake Hamtaro in one hand, Zandra holds out a hand for the little Scorpius. Give me a high five, buddy. You did good.
Scorpius is victorious. Scorpius never doubted. And he gives you a little bonk.
Scorpius killed a bad guy.
Well done. Well done. I believed in you. And then Zandra will hold up the fake Hamtaro to the group. What do we do with this?
It's furious. It is still making hamster sounds, wiggling at you, biting at your hands, biting at trying to get through your gauntlet.
I mean,
Can
a hamster chewing through metal is probably going to take a while. So
We should probably also deal with the two explosives I'm sitting on.
Oh,
only
yeah.
one of them is actually going to be explosive, right?
Yeah, but do you know which one's which?
Well, let's
Valentin?
deal with the hamsters first, and then we can deal with the bugs when we don't also have the hamsters to deal with. So I would like to walk up to this the Hamtaro that's held by Zandra at the moment, and I would like to attempt to calm it, like with a
Animal handling.
animal.
Yeah, go ahead.
Animal handling. You know, I've done it before. I could maybe do it again. Maybe I could just decrease my animal army. Maybe I'm a Disney princess. I am a noble.
Oh God! Don't remind me.
Wait, where the fuck is it? Oh, fuck. Oh, it's in nature, isn't it? No. Command an animal. And I'm going to attempt to... Well, that's not the best. What the fuck did I do it on?
It's against its will.
Oh, it's yeah.
Since you're not targeting, it will always say failure regardless of if it is or isn't.
Right.
Are you going to hero point, or are you happy with that?
Don't have any hero points to use.
All right.
I gave mine to Voltria.
The hamster stops everything. It stops fighting. It stops wrestling. It stops struggling. And then it opens its mouth and it speaks in a hissing, broken voice.
Oh. Oh shit.
I don't understand it, but hearing your reaction right away was so fucking good. Oh,
Zandra will translate for everyone.
God damn it.
He says the sins of the father equal to the sins of the son.
It then melts in your hand. Slowly, the fur becoming lumpy flesh that kind of glorps through your grasp, Zandra, into this chunky, messy, skin-colored pile on the ground.
Can I roll a religion to try to discern what this might be? Like
Can I make a sanity roll?
Delicately cradling the real Hamtaro in my hand. I just want to figure out if this might be some kind of like a demon or like what kind of shit this was. Cause
yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
I rolled a 40 on my sanity
Scorpius
roll.
in your head, Zandra.
Ah, fuck.
Scorpius, seeing this happen in your head, says, "What the fuck?" Recall knowledge, please.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right. You might have additionals or effects, and if you had the Crimson Seers, you could always chomp it, for instance.
Yeah.
The Cinnamon Seers.
Cinnamon.
Yeah.
Crimson Seer sounds way fucking cooler.
I may have made an item. It might come up later.
Yeah. Oh, I pressed it twice.
I'll go
Just
with
take the
top
first one.
This is some fucked up shit. But you recall an old, very old legend. Just kind of a story that rats could get anywhere and saw everything and would report back to their god. The god of rats. A nameless god.
Fucking way.
A nameless god that during the era of shaping was meant to be tried for some particularly heinous war crimes and imprisoned along with the rest that refused to sign the treaty, but vanished.
No fucking way.
No fucking way what?
If you tell me that Cheeseball is the fucking god of rats, I'm going to fucking shoot myself.
Please let it be true. Please let it be true. Please let it. Rip ass for me, Pookie!
I had forgotten that Cheeseball was even a thing until you brought it up right now, Valentin.
It's why the fucking rat with the scar has been fucking on my mind this entire time.
It's not Cheeseball. Cheeseball's a very old reference to my campaigns, like 10 years old. It's not anything related to Cheeseball.
Can you imagine if he made a reference like that, though, 10 years later? By the way, he's a god now.
No. But
the ending of that particular storyline haunts me to this day.
We'll talk about it after the game, but that was a really weird, funny storyline. Anyways, regardless, it's just a legend. This nameless god vanished after the war, but as I had said, did some very heinous things.
Cool. Zandra will, like, look down at Scorpius. They're like, yeah, that was fucked up. It was weird.
Sly, the stool you're sitting on, the bucket begins to shake.
Oh no. Which one?
The one that he's on, not the one that he has his legs on.
Oh. So that's probably the bad bucket.
Valentin, you want to come over here and try to take control of your bug before I explode?
I shake myself out of my stupor over seeing that fucking eldritch horror.
The wooden bucket he's sitting on is bulging at its sides, becoming quickly deformed. Frenzied and angry squeaking is coming from within it.
Ugh.
Okay, so the one under my feet's probably the real one, so I'm just gonna kick that one over.
Oh, don't kick it over. I'll lift it up gently. Fucking hell, Sly. Treat it with respect.
Your little
I'm
flash
going to-
beetle zooms over and clutches onto your collar, Valentin.
Aw. I'm
Oh,
gonna poke him. I poke him and he heals for 6 hit points.
It explodes.
You overhealed it.
Don't you fucking dare.
Could we please deal with the problem at hand?
Ugh. Well, it's not a beetle that's going to explode, so I take my trident and I position myself at the ready because I have no idea what the fuck's gonna happen here.
I exit the area with the flash beetle so it doesn't get roped into this.
You go to exit the area, and as you leave the command tent, there is nobody out here. No one on watch.
Oh, for fuck's sake. You've gotta be kidding me.
The army's camp is still here and around. And you see a figure standing before the edge of the pit in a hood. It is a small figure, probably around the same size as Podge. Its face is shrouded. Its thick patchwork cloak and robes. The bucket beneath you, Sly, bursts. And a swarm of rats, all with their tails tied together,
It's a Rat King!
surges out past you and underneath you, even as you fall and land on a few of them, crushing them and hearing them pop like balloons filled with mayonnaise.
What an awful description.
I want to get a sound clip of you specifically saying, hearing them pop like balloons filled with mayonnaise.
Probably not my best.
Can somebody please clip it so that I can make a blurb of that and save it for posterity? Because that was fucking wild.
Probably not my best simile.
The worst
Can
description
I
I've
ask you to
heard.
investigate mayonnaise? Like a
Mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise.
Regardless, the rats swarm, some of them dragging the others behind it as they're not able to keep up. And as you watch, their bodies bounce against the stonework and each other. Rat necks snap. Corpses are carried along as the fastest and strongest of the rats surge past you, Valentin, towards this hooded figure.
Does it do anything else?
Stands there.
Menacingly.
Basically, yeah. It doesn't say anything just yet.
I'm going to put the flash beetle behind my head.
It buzzes its wings nervously.
All right. You've had your fun. Who are you? What are you doing here? And please, for the love of God, or gods, or whatever you worship or don't worship, please use the language I can speak, so I can actually react in real time. Otherwise, I need to go get some of my friends over here to translate for you.
God.
Give me a moment, I gotta check what languages you speak.
Look, I'll give you. I can speak Common, Dwarven, Elven, Fey, Sakroth, and I can also speak Svelish. Take your pick.
It pauses, Its voice is that of many clicking, squeaking sounds. It speaks Fey with a heavy accent.
I guess I speak back at it. If you only intended to watch, you did it in a very hands-on manner. That's not the actions of someone that is only intending to watch. You can't do that! You can't!
Smile.
What does it fucking do? Does it just fucking go up in the shape of a smile?
It doesn't say anything. Its mouth opens, and you just have an impression of what I typed. Faye is all about emotions, after all.
Well, I'm getting a bit of anger in my emotions. That is pissing me off. Okay. Well, if you're only intending to watch for now, how about you go watch somewhere else?
The small figure with the rats swarming around it takes a step towards the pit and walks on the air into the center of it. The hooded figure then melts into a swarm of rats in midair that plummet screaming down the hole.
Hang on, I'll do another sanity roll. How's that go? Anyway.
As the screams of the rats fade away, when you blink, everyone in the camp is back and stationed at their positions.
I'll just look to any nearby soldier. Did you just see what I saw?
No, Commander. Was I, supposed to?
No. It's fine. It's fine. Carry on. I'm gonna go back to the party. Someone wanted to make their presence known to us and us alone.
Did you get a name? Intentions? Anything else from them?
Oh, no, nothing. The only thing I got was I only intended to watch for now. And then a smiley face. Don't ask me how.
Only intended to watch for... And then also the line of the sins of the father are equal to the sins of the son. What does this even mean? Is it somebody from further down that has taken notice of our entrance?
Well, it seems like something related to rats, and it's also related to... Wait, who made that check earlier about the gods?
Burya. So Burya needs to pass that information on still.
Sorry, I'm getting the pop like balloons filled with mayonnaise situation sorted. So I got a little distracted.
God.
What were you saying, River?
Anyone with any religious background?
Can I make an occultism check on this?
Ooh, of course you could.
Okay.
I could assist.
Let me look for a recall knowledge. Occultism. You want to assist my recall knowledge on occultism?
Burya, you also need
I don't
to
have-
in character pass the information that you learned about the old legends of a rat god.
There are murmurings of... old legends that were passed down alluding to some form of rat god. Although I don't want to believe that this is associated with that. It's the only thing that came to mind. Regarding matters of the occult, I can't assist you. I can come up with information from a religious standpoint that might help to answer these questions, but
God,
occultism is something I am not familiar with.
I could
This hurt.
assist with assist with occultism.
Well, I fucking just rolled it. So,
Well,
how does an assist work in this?
Zandra,
Like, it just gives you a bonus.
to this day, there are still followers of that profane god, that awful, hideous creature that lurked in the dark. The rat god. Its cult is vast. Their followers, cannibals, that believe in eating the parts of their victims to enhance their own power. Eat someone's brain for knowledge. Eat their heart for courage. Consume their flesh for strength. That and many more. The cult is rooted out anywhere it's found, as it is very well known for its horrible crimes and extremely dark and profane rituals, all made to increase its own power. They are also known to engineer and spread plagues intentionally to weaken certain civilizations for reasons you don't know. But the various sects of the rat god are attributed to destroying entire nations if they are left alone for too long.
I have to quickly ask. So this cult, it's talking about like a humanoid cult. So there's humanoids that's worshipping this rat god.
Yes.
Okay.
The rat god
Now, what-
is attributed for creating plagues that would infect people and essentially created the beginning of what would come to be known as lycanthropy, most popularized through other gods that made werewolves. The rat god created were-rats first. They are a very heavily persecuted ancestry.
Man, why'd you have to do rats dirty like this? They have enough troubles on their own.
Leave Rat Brittany alone.
I love rats. They're so cute. Why would you do this to rats? They don't need this extra fucking horrible shit added on to them. Anyway.
Chat says, I've got a solution to the problem. Pour lava down the hole.
I guess I could always roll a religion check to figure out if I know of a particular cult or whatever, but I don't feel like it would add anything at this point. But anyway, so this seems like this could be a cult or a sect that's been engineering something here in Cadron. And if that's the case, we might have found one of the main antagonists in our story.
We certainly can't let these profane teachings of the rat god go unchecked.
And-
Somebody needs to take care of this.
To be clear, I would have told you guys all the information that I recalled as River was.
Hydrate, thank you.
I agree.
Oh, we have
I wonder
so
if
much
they're
on our
behind what
plates.
happened to Kadron.
Very possible. They did return back into the hole. That's in the middle. Did
A stretch, thank you, Rook.
is this? Has anyone noticed this before? I don't recall seeing rats before we got here.
You always spotted rats, but never an inordinate amount. Nor acting behaviorally strange. Rats.
Okay,
the
let me
actual
rephrase.
sorry.
I haven't seen the rats act in this particular manner since we got here. Is this a new thing? Or is it just because we made our presence known in the battle and after the battle as the commanders, which is why they only made their appearance known to us and not to the rest of the army, because none of the other army could see them. Well, no, not that I asked everyone, but in the close vicinity. Well, I guess what I'm asking is, does anyone have anything else to add about this rat problem?
After my knowledge check, I think I don't have anything else.
Right.
That's as far as my knowledge goes.
Well, I guess in the future, we should probably talk to the army and let them know of the additional threat of rats, especially if rats are acting in a particularly different sense. And we need to be on the lookout for rats as well that are acting strangely.
Perhaps we should set
'Cause
an
I
incentive for our troops to kill any rats that they find in camp.
Maybe, but I have the slight suspicion that this isn't about rats itself, but rather because these rats sort of just melted. And, you know, it might be that it's some sort of infernal or... I saw the comment too.
You got a sensible chuckle out of me. I'm gonna go to the bathroom while you guys chat, but when this scene is done, we'll move to your war table meeting.
It's going to be one hell of a quick war table meeting. Anyway, it might be that it's not just any rats, but these things are more infernal beings taking on the appearance of rats.
Who's to say they can't be associated? The rat god itself was something profane. The line between evil and infernal can be awfully thin.
I'm worrying that just straight up killing all rats is not going to be a solution.
No, I don't think it's a solution, but it might keep the rat god and their cult members from spying on us.
Well, what if... Well, this is just a hypothetical, but what if the rat god is using the body of dead rats as their medium, and the more rats we kill suddenly adds to their forces instead?
Well, why don't we take this fight to them, then?
Oh, yes. Yes, I agree.
I don't disagree with that, but I'm not sure how we do that. I mean...
We use their own
We are-
messages against them, perhaps?
How do we do that? I'm not trying to be
negative. I'm just speaking from a purely knowledge base. I don't have any idea how we'd accomplish such a goal.
Well, then we try to consult with someone who may have an idea.
Or we
Oasis.
jump into the hole.
Yeah, Oasis, you're communing with nature. Does it give you some kind of insight as to how animals behave, or how we might start to look for leads?
Oh dear.
Phoebe? Phoebe?
Ippy Banes?
Eepy
More like
Gobble?
Sleepy Banes.
Sleepy Banes. I don't think we should do the war table meeting today. I think we should wait until...
I don't know if we can. I think if anything, we should just put in our vote for which one of the headlines we want to go for, and then we try to roleplay it next time instead.
I mean, this
Just so
seems
that-
like the god-based one, the Ippy Creepy God Time.
This is Eyes in the Dark.
Yeah, and I'm
Yes.
feeling that one because it just feels like the most pressing current
It looks cool.
need, and it seems cool.
down.
So they hurt our pets. They hurt our
That-
familiars.
I think I'll finally have a use for these rituals that I've gained, and I just haven't had a use for them until now.
Hell yeah.
I've got one that
Okay.
lets me commune with the dead, and I feel like that'll be useful here.
Anyone have any objections to going for the Ice of the Dark? Or Ice in the Dark, whichever it was.
Well, considering, I guess Sly, are you here still?
Yeah, I'm here.
Are you
Yes,
down
Phoebe's
for
been
Eyes
great.
of the Dark?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Cool.
For context, viewers, I let them know the titles of the next 4 plot hooks that were coming up. They were Perry Pickle Piper's Ponderous Port, The Heart of Stone, Eyes in the Dark, and Into the Blue.
For the record, I wanted to do the pickle one, but
Me too.
this pissed me off so much that I didn't want to deal with it.
Yeah.
Fucking rats.
Likewise, actually.
They
Yeah.
hurt Scorpius. How dare they?
Yeah, and Hamtaro and the sweet little bug boy. River, I don't think we should
I
do
would have
the-
been even. Imagine if they.
We'll wrap up now.
Okay.
Imagine if they hurt my little construct.
Honestly, if you had
blood
ever
would have
described the
flowed.
construct to me, or if Podge was still here, I had Mimsley and your construct planned for a fight.
Oh.
Yep.
Well,
kid.
I have described it before, but I've never actually really settled on a description.
Integrated it?
So, yeah.
I'm very
I know
excited
I know what
for
it
Eyes
looks.
in the Dark.
I know what it looks. I know what it looks like in my head. I just don't know how to describe it.
All right. If that's everything for tonight, then, which it's sounding like it is, we're gonna raid into another great content creator this evening.
Yer.
Yeah.
Don't forget to pop your mayonnaise-filled balloons. Oh, sorry, mayonnaise-filled balloons.
Mayonnaise.
Oh, we need to give.
I
we need to
posted
have
the blurb,
that
by the way.
clip.
Yeah, I
Let's
posted the sound
go.
blurb, and someone made a clip, so I copied the clip and I made it into a blurb. So
Oh my god.
that's in Blood Understand. Okay, have a good night, everybody.
Hi, we're going to be raiding into Celine, one of the other talents that I manage freelance outside of Hero Factory. And remember, in a few short hours, 11 a.m. MDT, Hero Factory merch drops. You're going to be able to buy a lot of stuff featuring Valtria, Hemlock, and Solvay. If you're not in the Discord, do !Discord right now to be able to get into it and see all of the merch that we're going to be dropping as it goes live tomorrow. Pick yourself a pack up of Solvay stickers with your order, because we will be doing a contest involving those stickers. So if you're going to order something, buy a little pack of the Solvay stickers too, and yeah, you've got a chance of winning more merch in the next drop, which will be Podge, River, and Undyne. Alright, with that said, we're going to raid into Selena again. This is one of the talents that I manage freelance outside of Hero Factory. They're getting really close to partner, so make sure to give them a follow. Make sure to refresh the page once you get in there, and give them a good, solid, watch. They're really great. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
See you next
Bye.
time.